To be there this Saturday, September the 18th, 11 a.m. until 5 p.m. The Customer Appreciation Fall Festival at LDP Farms, Highway 18 North in Bellwood. And join us for a live radio broadcast starting at 11 a.m. this Saturday.
Join us every Sunday at 11 a.m. for our Sunday morning worship services. On WCSL 1590 AM and 92.3 FM, it's the Sunday morning service of First Baptist Church in Cherryville. On WLON 1050 AM and 107.5 FM, it's the Sunday service of the Covenant Bible Church in Lincolnton. And on WOHS 1390 AM and 101.5 FM, it's the Sunday service of the Calvary Baptist Church of Shelby. Join us each and every Sunday morning for our Sunday morning worship services on The Boss and Carolina Country.
For an Allstate agent, providing protection that fits your life is something that they take, well, personally. Allstate agents are committed to learning about your needs and personalizing protection to meet them. From bundling your auto, home, and life insurance with ease to evaluating optional coverage based on your protection needs, your Allstate agent can build an insurance proposal that fits your life. And you're in good hands. Contact Cherryville Allstate agent John Brown today for a free quote. Call 704-435-1920.
Get a great deal on versatile Kubota equipment today, like Kubota BX and L Series compact tractors, part of our under 100 horsepower tractor lineup rated #1 for reliability, Z Series mowers, and Sidekick utility vehicles. Stop by your local Kubota dealer today. Bring home the Kubota BX 2380 tractor for 0 down, 0% APR for up to 60 months, now through December 31st. See us or go to KubotaUSA.com for more details.
Your Kubota dealer is Parker Farm Service, 126 Bessie Drive in Kings Mountain.
What are you looking forward to most in life? In the book of Acts, in the first chapter, verse 9 says these words, "After saying this, he was taken up into a cloud while they were watching, and they could no longer see him. 2 white-robed men suddenly stood among them. 'Men of Galilee,' they said, 'why are you standing here staring into heaven? Jesus has been taken from you into heaven, but someday he will return from heaven in the same way you saw him go.'" Something to look forward to is the return of Jesus. This is Vince Hefner, pastor of the First Baptist Church of Cherryville, saying, don't give in to sin. Think about it.
Thanks for help bringing the economy back, one local purchase at a time.
Kind of uplifts you and you feel better.
It's the greatest comeback of all time.
Shop local with whatsupshopper.com, Carolina Country, and The Boss.
The game plays right here.
Are you ready for some football? Yeah!
Your sports leader, WOHS Shelby, WLON Lincoln, WCSL Cherryville Gastonia.
Hello, this is Milton Baker inviting you to listen to NASCAR racing right here on WCSL 1590 AM, 92.3 FM, and KTCBroadcasting.com.
Man, I only do things incredible can, 'cause I am the seed of a chosen breed. You don't see too many like me, 'cause I am one of the reasons you do what you do when you wanna be me instead of you, 'cause I am still on beat, showing love to the streets. Come on, you know me, 'cause that's who I am.
JP, for the folks online, I'm going to ask you to do that introduction one more time. We were scrambling in here.
Okay.
Go ahead.
And welcome to another Saturday Morning Sports Talk with Kevin Hastings, Tom Stefani, Terry Reinhardt, and as always, JP on the board.
Hey, that was pretty good, JP.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
For some reason, I can't hear JP in my ears.
Well, maybe that's a blessing.
Maybe turn up your...
No, I've turned. I can hear y'all. I can't hear him. I can hear y'all fine.
That would be weird.
That is weird. It's okay. We'll work on it later.
It's not a tragedy that you can't hear JP.
Yeah, that's
Not at this moment, but I hope everybody hears me say Friendship Chrysler Jeep Dodge in Forest City and Friendship Nissan is bringing you Saturday morning sports talk. They're both at Oak Street Extension in Forest City, North Carolina. Thank you for making Saturday morning sports talk possible.
Yep. And good morning, everybody. Got my fun hat on yet, but anyway, we've got scores from last night's games. We've got Bristol, baby, Terry. There ain't no dirt on the track this week. Just some,
natural racing.
Natural racing.
Are they going to do a dirt
asphalt
again this year? No, they're not going to do dirt. Period. This year.
That was this year.
They're going to do
earlier
it next
this year.
Too.
Yeah.
Okay.
That they already did
Took them
this
like
year.
a month to get
That's
all
right.
that dirt
That's right.
out of the way.
It all runs together now, man. It's all just running together.
Well, Terry, yes, it did take a while to get all the dirt out of the way.
Yeah, it did.
But did you hear the announcement this week where they'll be racing next year for the Clash to open the season?
Why?
Oh, God, here we go.
Where are they racing?
Poo-pooing it, Tom. The L.A. Coliseum.
Why are they racing in Los Angeles?
There you go. Tom, there
What?
you go. Thank you very much.
What are you going to do? You going to get you a latte and a vegan burger and go watch the race?
You do know that NASCAR fans travel.
They're not going to travel to L.A. You going to tell me somebody down in
They already
Darlington,
get-
Darlington,
they already
South
get-
Carolina?
Yes.
Somebody in
Yes.
Darlington, South Carolina,
Yes.
or somebody from Georgia or
Well,
Tennessee is
all I
going to
know-
drive
all I
to
know,
L.A. or
Tom,
fly to L.A. to
is-
watch a race.
All I know, Tom, is you threw out the first dadgum today, so
I did.
I don't want to know about anything about Terry today.
He's learning.
We don't
I
have
don't.
any. I don't
I
have
don't.
the bad picks
I've been-
set up this week.
I've
Actually,
been around this guy too long.
He's learning.
It's been too long. Been around him too long.
we're gonna have a double bad picks next week. I didn't. We had some trouble this week and didn't get them.
What?
Didn't get them.
Whoa, no.
No, what?
See, how can we not have them this week?
Terry,
I kind of whitewashed everybody in this room
Terry, when you
this week.
when you go to school,
Is that why we just mess
He did.
up and do
Terry,
not
you
have
text
them?
me when you got time to text next week during school, and I'll see if you can help me with the video.
You know.
well, Terry, when
That
you go to
that
school,
10 minutes of video takes about
Terry, when
2
you-
hours.
When you go to school, do you show up and say, "I'm sorry, I didn't have time for my lesson plan. We're just gonna sit here." That's basically what he did.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. This
That's
is
basically
it's
what
my
he
own.
did.
It's my
Grab your
lesson
book,
plan in
we're
my
gonna
school.
read.
Kids,
It's my school and my
have
lesson
time.
plan.
I didn't have time to do the lesson plan. Y'all just sit here.
It's not even close. That would
Just
be like the
hang
principal
out.
saying, like, I don't have a plan for the week, guys. Y'all do whatever you want. I'll go with that one.
He's got 1 2-hour show once a week. He's got one job. He's got one job.
Like I said, Tom, wait a minute. Is one job to do bad picks? I didn't know that.
You're supposed to have us an agenda every Saturday.
Well, as soon as y'all guys start talking about a couple of different things, we do got an agenda. What do you mean? I do got my agenda. My agenda is to talk about why NASCAR's in L.A. because they're going to the L.A. Coliseum.
Come on, get real.
when do
Here
we
we
ever,
go
when do
again,
we ever
messing
lead off
up
of
stuff.
When do we ever lead
Tom?
off of NASCAR?
Tom,
I'd say no. No way.
do you have a jeez, we can't even do an introduction, Terry.
Why
without
does
him complaining
NASCAR
about
mess up everything?
what are you talking about?
They're
Well,
trying
I mean,
to.
why are you going
They're
there?
trying to widen the market. I understand.
That's
it,
not
but
wide no market. That just degraded part of it.
I just wouldn't go. I would start out if you're going to do the Busch Class. Why not do it in Darlington, in Richmond, in Bristol, in Atlanta, in Charlotte, a real NASCAR city? Terry, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Wilkesboro. Do it in Wilkesboro. Do it in Rockingham.
This
Do
how
it
come people get aggravated with NASCAR.
Yeah, I know.
Sometimes we jump in here and we do stuff. I bet this went to a committee of one, and he voted on it.
A committee of one.
Yeah.
The committee of one.
Well, after you two have poo-pooed it for the last few minutes, I couldn't be more excited about it. L.A. Coliseum. This will be the first. Terry, you ever heard of Bowman Gray?
It's a freight company, isn't it?
Terry, you ever heard of Bowman Gray Stadium? Yes, no?
No.
Yes or no question. All right. So
Okay.
there is a stadium here in North Carolina called Bowman Gray Stadium. All right. It is on the campus of I'm gonna get this right. Bowman Gray Stadium is a quarter-mile asphalt track in Winston-Salem. Which college would that be? Winston-Salem State, right?
Mm-hmm.
It is on the campus of Winston-Salem State University. Tom, I bet you didn't know that. And Bowman Gray, I'm pulling up a picture, is home. It's called the Madhouse. And it's because everything crazy here happens, Tom. Got a quarter mile of asphalt, short track racing. I'm trying to figure out what Terry don't like about it. Lots of bumping and pushing in the LA Coliseum. Now, this is Bowman Gray, Winston-Salem. I'm going to pull up some shots for the folks at home.
Do you have any idea where he's going with this?
Not when he's in North Carolina. We're going out.
What are you talking
yonder.
about? You're asking about how they're. We're talking about the. Jeez, we're talking about the race. Okay,
Yeah.
you with me? In
L.A.
In L.A. So this is going to be pretty much the setup for it, Tom.
Okay.
If you'll follow me, let me finish. This is the Madhouse here in North Carolina, Winston-Salem State University. As you can see for the folks online watching on YouTube, it's a track around a football field for the most part, what it is, and that's pretty much what they're going to be doing. They're going to be bringing in and setting up, and they're bringing in asphalt there. They're going to make a track there, and then I guess it'll be up to the LA taxpayers to tear it up, Tom, or whoever's in charge. I don't know who's in charge of that cost, but they're going to asphalt the LA Coliseum. So look at that and picture there's Bowman Gray, and then that's what they're going to do inside the Coliseum. And I think it's going to be loud. It's going to be quick, short, and you got Clint Bowyer and Jeff Gordon. They're asking to get back into the race. They want to do it.
Is anybody? Nobody plays ball in there anymore, do they? Because L.A. Rams and L.A. Chargers now have that new stadium.
Well, where's the Trojans playing?
I guess they're probably still playing there.
I'm pretty sure they are because I saw the other day Matt Leinart.
They're trying to upgrade.
But why would USC not play in that new facility, especially if they're trying to get recruits? They just fired their coach.
They're not filling this one up at all now. Matt Leinart was complaining about it the other day. They were showing pictures of it, and he was talking about how sad it was. But anyway, today, again, I'm still in the middle of introduction, and we've got breakfast, we've got NASCAR, we've got baseball standings, we've got NFL picks, we've got NCAA picks, we've got high school power poll and more. But we're starting off here in Terry. Tom, did you read the friendship thing this morning? Yeah,
I did. I'll read it one more time. I just want to remember that Friendship Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram at 190 Oak Street Extension, Forest City, North Carolina, 828-919-3001. Friendship Nissan, 156 Oak Street Extension in Forest City, North Carolina, 828-245-1661. See our friends at Friendship. Get yourself a new ride today.
I just had a really good biscuit from Mitchum's Kitchen. I had a sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit. Tommy, what'd you have today?
I had the usual, the bacon, egg, and cheese, and I just want to talk that they put a little extra bacon on my sandwich today, so I do appreciate that. They knew that I worked all last night. Calvin was picking on me because I was a little tired last night. You know why I was tired? I planned my lessons all week, Terry, so I was ready to go when the class started.
Well, I'm proud of you, Tom, for doing that. I had
Thank you,
some
Terry.
oatmeal,
It's good for him.
some liver mush, some bacon, over from Mitchum's Kitchens, the intersection of 27 and 274, where they've always been located. Same thing with Friendship, which is always in Forest City, North Carolina. We don't relocate the next year to go somewhere else. But anyway, we are proud to have this.
Kevin didn't catch up to the sarcasm.
He did not.
About what?
But anyway, Mitchum's Kitchens, we are proud to have you serving us this morning. And JP, what did you have?
I'm having 2 bowls of grits.
2 bowls of grits.
Okay. For some reason, I can't hear JP. I can hear everybody
You're
else.
okay, Tom.
Okay.
I'll let you
That's
know
probably
what
a
he
little
says.
short in a while.
Okay.
It'll be okay.
That's all right.
JP, just don't talk, he said.
No, that's not what I said, JP.
Oh, he can hear you. Okay.
I think what Terry was saying
He
is
can hear you.
Mitchum's and Friendship are always in the same place. So why are we moving NASCAR Busch Class to L.A.? That's what his sarcasm.
Oh,
is.
where's the Busch Class usually?
Daytona.
I'm 39 years old and I've never watched it, so guess what I'll be watching next year in the LA Coliseum, the Busch Clash.
I think they're going to.
You know why Terry likes watching the Busch Clash, Tom? That's one of those races that aren't real that he can brag about if Kyle Busch wins, and that's the things that he likes. So there you go. Fake races.
I think doesn't count for the point standing.
No.
I think that's what he's saying.
No.
I think that's what he's inferring.
You just get a lot of money.
Yeah, that is true.
You can win a lot of money.
All right, so I'm going to show Terry and you guys a first look at this is the of course the simulator guys, the iRacing guys have already put the track together at the LA Coliseum, and Clint Bowyer and a couple of the guys on TV have already kind of done a couple laps. So whatever I'm allowed and not allowed to show, I will do for a quick second here is if I can get a decent look at it as some of the guys going around cut these guys out there. But they, let's see, Jamie McMurray, Clint Bowyer, if you want to watch it on NASCAR Race Hub, watch.
You know what you're doing?
What are you doing?
Really racing at Martinsville.
Well, there you go.
Martinsville would be a good place to have.
So there's a shot from inside it, Tom.
Richmond.
That was showing inside the car. You can see the Coliseum going around. It's a pretty cool little shot there from the
virtual
iRacing
reality
guys. iRacing people do pretty good. But again, it's only going to be like half-mile, quarter-mile track. And I think it's going to be exciting. The guys couldn't be more excited. They were just raking each other going around in circles there for a few minutes.
Back in the days, you might blow an engine on that one, right, Terry?
Exactly.
Yeah, I do wonder what the horsepower package is going to be on that. Those guys are going to be spinning out. This weekend, they're in Bristol. Terry, you like Bristol?
I like Bristol.
So you like Bristol, but don't like the LA Coliseum. You like Martinsville. You just don't like any change, do you?
I don't mind change.
It's the change. It just drives you crazy, don't it?
Well, it's just like NASCAR's a Southern thing, and you don't mind it. Like if it was a race in say May, we're going to go out to LA. That's fine, but not the beginning one.
Yeah, not the beginning race.
Yeah, not the beginning.
Stay where your roots are at.
I think that it's and I'm not you guys know I'm not the aficionado that Terry or Kevin is, but I just think that that'd be like putting a Super Bowl in Monterrey, Mexico. You know what I mean? You just don't do that.
They're not putting the Daytona 500 in there. These are practice races.
But
like,
it's the Busch Class. It's a tradition.
Again, I've never seen it.
Now you got to drive all the way out there. Then you got to drive all the way back where everything was at one spot. You never had to worry. You could bring your family and set up your family.
I am going to drive to California in December of 2025 when I retire. I'm going to drive across the country. But I'm not going out there for one race, Terry. I'm not going out there.
That's what I'm saying.
One of the best times I ever had at a race was in Darlington, South Carolina for a Busch race because that's where it belongs.
They have 3 races a year in Darlington.
That's where it belongs.
Okay, well, there you go. They got 3. Next year, here's how it's going to be. They're going to open February 6th at the LA Coliseum, the Clash at the Coliseum. Then 2 weeks later, on February 17th, they'll start on a Thursday. The Blue-Green Duels at Daytona will start, and then the 500 will be February 20th. Other notables on it, they'll be going back to the Circuit of Americas at March 27th. Bristol, I know they're going to do the dirt race again, aren't they, Terry?
Yes, they are.
Food City Dirt Race, that'll be April 17th.
Oh, my goodness.
What would make you happy, Terry?
None of that dirt racing stuff. That's not NASCAR.
If you got 36 races, Terry.
No, Terry, that's where
36 races at Daytona.
Terry, that's where I disagree with you. What are the roots of NASCAR but dirt track racing?
Well, that's before they had this thing they call pavement.
Well, it's moonshining is what
you know
what
I'm saying?
But Terry, that's where you're wrong. That's where you're wrong. I just wish they would find a separate track to do it at.
We're not running with horses
and not turn.
We're running with cars.
I'm not sure what that means, but I'm just saying that if they had a place to do it,
you wouldn't
see what I mean?
You wouldn't say none of that to Junior Johnson's face, Terry.
What's that? Junior Johnson would say, yes, sir.
No.
You are correct.
No.
Yeah, tell Junior Johnson. The funniest Junior Johnson story is when they set up the Hall of Fame, and they called him to ask him. They were trying to set up a display of a steel mill.
Yes.
And they called him, and he said, I don't think you guys figured it out. He got in his car and drove 2 hours to the Hall of Fame and set up a work. No, he made it working, Tom. He didn't make it where it look. You look at it, he turned it on.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, race at Bristol in the dirt, and then the Coliseum. I like fun things like that. I don't think you're taking anything away from either one of them. I think it's fun. NASCAR, the Open, the All-Star race is in Texas.
Now I can see the All-Star race being moved around. I can see that.
The All-Star race needs to be in Charlotte.
Well, yeah, that could Charlotte. Come on.
That
can be moved around because I think it needs to be at different places. Charlotte, it's one guy out front, and that's the end of it.
It needs to be in Charlotte because of the location and the Hall of Fame. It does not need.
I agree with that.
It does not need to be because of the racing. I agree with Terry. It's a split on that for me. Almost, Terry. I would say this. I wouldn't mind an all-star race at Daytona or Talladega.
Yeah, a more traditional track, not Texas.
I mean, there's nothing about Texas.
But I don't mind Texas. I don't mind.
Texas is very similar to Charlotte, is it not?
A little bit, but it's wider, and so it does allow for more passing. It's more of a get everything you can go type of track. I just wondered, if for entertainment purposes, would a Daytona, would a restrictor plate race do? Would it not be better, or do these guys not want to? They know that they don't want to wreck their cars again.
The only problem I have with it is if you bring a young man and he's never been to a NASCAR race and you take him to the All-Star race, and as soon as the race is over, your nice little 4 or 3-year-old young man looks at you and says, let's go to the NASCAR Hall of Fame. Well, son, we're going to have to drive all the way to North Carolina to get there. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he wants to do that.
They can go see the Cowboy Stadium.
That's an all-star team.
All right, Terry, they'll be in Nashville June 26th. Road America in Wisconsin, July 3rd.
Oh, Lordy. How many road courses do we got next year? 6?
Indianapolis Road Course now. That's the race there. Watkins Glen, of course, September, Bristol, Texas, Talladega. There was one more. There was a name I hadn't seen. I saw on the list the other day. Where did Watkins? Maybe it was. It was a weird name. Oh, there it is. Worldwide Technology Raceway at Gateway. You ever heard of that, Terry? It's in Illinois.
That's great. Let's just open up a new track.
It might be, but there you go.
Talk to your dad. We're going to open up
Talk to my dad.
The KTC Hall of Fame race here in Cherryville.
Well, we have.
Yeah. And we will.
We opened up a racetrack in Cleveland County, and they shut it down. All right, so Bristol last night, big finish, Terry. Did you see the end of it, the wrecking at the end?
No, I did not.
Allmendinger beat Cindric to the line for the win. They pretty much, it was, I tell you what, I'd like to pull up the highlights for that, but last night's final, 2 laps, I think it was green, white, checker, and it was exciting as it could be. I'm saying 2 to 5 lead changes in 2 laps between 3 cars, Terry, because they were banging in each other. Allmendinger wins. 2 guys hit each other in front of him, and he scooted up under him after he was leading, and he did the same thing, and they got in front of him. They switched back. It was nuts, and then him and Cindric got in each other to across the line for the win. So
now, was that their last race before their playoff start, or they won more?
I think that was the cutoff. I think it was.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. I knew they were close.
Pull up,
they did a few more races.
So Terry, here's the highlights from last night. Oh, that's lap 1 of 300. That is not the highlights that I was looking for. Let me find where they're going to go to the end there. But I got a little crazy there, and here we go. Here's the restart now. I got you to end the race here in Bristol. 2 laps to go, of course. Allmendinger's there in the yellow. He ends up winning. But he's not there from he's there on the first lap, Terry, and then they start getting a little squirrely here, him and Cindric, and I can't remember the other guy.
You had to give Cindric a lot of credit for sticking in to going low there.
Allgaier, that's Allgaier there in the 7. So he dives down to lead when he banks him, and then here comes Cindric back, and then they go again, and the third and fourth place cars start banging, so now they're out front, then they're in the final lap, and they're going to do it again here in a second. Oh, there's the finish, across the line, so there's your wrecking finish, so. Entertaining last night in Bristol. They wrecked the cars at the end.
Yep.
And had a little fun there. So
yeah, I don't know, spinning going into the.
I tell you what, you might need some Dramamine.
Yes, exactly. You're spinning, and here come 30-some cars at you.
I'm telling you, man. Better take your Dramamine before you race
think of
there.
that.
In turn, let's see. It looks like turn 2 on the last lap, Terry. It was almost 4 wide at Bristol, and that's pretty.
Yeah, that's pretty dangerous.
Pretty exciting and pretty fun racing.
It's fun though. Yeah, it is.
Starting-
Because somebody's going to wreck.
Yes.
Yeah. Starting lineup tonight: Martin Truex, Denny Hamlin, Logano, Chase Elliott, Kyle Larson, Christopher Bell, Ryan Blaney on the starting grid tonight. Let me
Blaney's
get this
having a
over.
pretty good year, isn't he?
Mhm.
Having a pretty good year.
Where's Kyle Busch?
Well, I'm not on the Xfinity Series starting lineup here, Terry. Blaney 7, Kevin Harvick 8, Kyle Busch 9th. There you
There
go.
we go.
Brad Keselowski 10, Alex
Not
Bowman
far back.
11, Almirola 12. Are any of these? Are all these marked as the? They should have marked the playoff drivers for me, but they didn't. We'll be. I'm going to be the picky complainer for a second, Tom. I'll take your spot.
Yeah, we're familiar with those at radio stations. You didn't give the blah 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 score.
So Truex is against it. Well, one of them last night. We had to put the scores on the screen.
Yeah,
We had a comment. What's the so and so score? I'm just like,
it's all right.
Here.
It's all right.
Yeah.
look to your left. All right. So anyway, Terry, who you got this weekend in Bristol?
Well, I mean, this is very. I mean, Kyle Busch has got to stay up front, but it scares me because when a race that he's got to be up there, he can't get fall to the back because if he does, I think he might be in trouble. I think he's only like 9 points to the good. So I want to take Kyle Busch, but I'm going to take Martin Truex.
All right. I don't know how they.
I think Kyle Busch should be in the top 5.
I don't know how they do these points here in the playoffs. I'm trying to figure. All right, here we go. There's the point standings. Let me pull those up for the folks at home real quick. So, we've got Terry, where did you say Kyle Busch? He's only got.
I think he's a +9 or something.
1, 2, 3. Is the 4? Is the 4's cut off? It. Harvick's in last. Reddick, McDowell, and Almirola is the bottom 4 right now. Kyle's not near the 4. He's in 5th place in points, playoff points.
So he's a plus what going into tonight, though?
Oh, 8, whatever that means.
Oh, okay. Well, it's less than what I thought. So.
Jeez,
I mean, you can be eliminated. Some of them other guys over,
depending on which one I'd hit, it reshuffles the lineup because it says Kyle Busch is 5th in points, but you got +8, whatever. How is that playoff points behind? So he's 8 over the cutoff. Is that what it's saying?
Yes.
So 15 is the cutoff.
Because at one time last week he had fallen below the cutoff. He was one of the guys out.
Well, it's then I look down at the rank. It's got you in 10th. So in points you're 5th, rank 10th. How does that make sense?
Yeah, because you're 10th out of the 12 that's got to make it. He's only barely above 2 other guys. See what I'm saying?
I know that, but in
the
points
bottom
he's 5th.
4. Yeah, in points he should be.
But
he could be eliminated if he does. If he'd go out and wreck like in lap 2 or 3 and be the last guy and not be able to come back, he's not going to make it unless everybody else wrecks right behind him.
I don't know why I'm not understanding this chart. Because I got it.
Yeah, he could be 8 points ahead and then say Martin Truex. I ain't saying that's how it is. Say Martin Truex right behind him at 5 ahead.
Right.
And then somebody at 2 ahead. That would be your top 12. Then they'd fall down to the guys that are
It's
minus.
got you at 10th, and it's got you at Kyle Busch. No, it's got Kyle Busch at 10th and +8 in rank, but in points he's
5th. But he could be out of it if he does not stay up there to make the cut.
But why is he not in 10th in points?
Because he's got enough points. He's got enough points that if nothing happens to him, he's going to make it. See
Are we
what
not
I'm
already in the playoffs?
Who?
Is this?
Yeah, it's
already
already
this is
playoffs.
that's what I'm saying.
It's already in the playoffs.
I don't know what I'm doing, or where my head is, or how I'm confused about that. How you can be 5th place in points, but you're 10th.
10th, yes. In the playoffs.
That's the only explanation I got.
That's what I'm saying. He's 5th in points for the whole year.
No, I'm looking at playoff points. Terry, that's what's on the screen.
Yeah, but he could be eliminated tonight because he's in 10th in the playoffs. He's only 2 spots ahead of 12.
Okay.
And the bottom 13, 14, 15, 16 will be eliminated.
Here's the issue that I'm having. These points are playoff points they earned during the regular season.
There you go.
Okay, so they put them right between the stupid rank and the playoff thing. That's the problem. So
now you got
NASCAR's fault. Can I fuss at NASCAR for this then?
You can.
Okay. I just want to make sure I'm not stupid. I'm
Fuss
looking
at Tom. Fuss at Tom.
For
He's just
surely,
sitting
Tom.
over
You
here
understand
out
what
of-
I'm sitting there showing it to you that he's in 5th there in playoff points. But that's what he earned for the season.
Yes. There
Jeez.
you go.
NASCAR, fix your thing here because that is. Why would you put that in the middle? Jeez, that's so stupid. Everything else is this way. Let's put that between there. So, again, let's get this right. Hamlin, Truex, Larson, Logano. All right. We'll be back in a few minutes when JP gets ready. Oh, he's on the phone. You on the phone?
He's lost.
I don't know why. I was ready to go to a break. All right, we'll be back. Well, real quick, tonight, again, it's tonight, right?
Yes,
the race.
it is.
So we don't have to worry
WCSL.
Yes, WCSL 92.3 FM, 1590 AM. JP, you ready to go to break in there for me? All right, we're gonna come back and we'll talk. We got high school football and Major League Baseball here coming up in the next hour on KDCBroadcasting.com.
Okay, class, listen up. Do not buy a car without a warranty. Just don't do it. At Friendship Nissan and Friendship Jeep Dodge Ram in Forest City, we have lifetime warranty on new and used cars. That's right, lifetime warranty on new and used cars. Unlimited time, unlimited miles. And through the end of this month, we're offering up to $4,000 over Kelly Blue Book value on your trade. So one more time, Friendship Nissan and Friendship Jeep Dodge Ram has lifetime warranty on new and used cars, and you'll find us in Forest City.
Get a great deal on versatile Kubota equipment today, like Kubota BX and L Series compact tractors, part of our under 100 horsepower tractor lineup rated #1 for reliability, Z Series mowers, and Sidekick utility vehicles. Stop by your local Kubota dealer today. Bring home the Kubota BX 2380 tractor for 0 down, 0% APR for up to 60 months now through December 31st. See us or go to KubotaUSA.com for more details.
Your Kubota dealer is Parker Farm Service, 126 Bessie Drive in Kings Mountain.
At Ingles, we're proud to partner with so many athletics organizations to bring you the very best of everything sports have to offer. And we're also proud to bring so many great game day options to you crazy fans out there, like the best meat in town, crisp, fresh produce, ice-cold beverages, and more. Whether you're loading up for that road trip or preparing for the homestand, we've got you covered. Ingles, low prices, love the savings.
Are your fall finances falling out of control? Well, take charge. Let the folks at Basic Finance in Shelby help you out. You'll be able to rake up the debt with one call. Call for an appointment at 704-481-0111 today. Get a loan from $500 to $7,500. See Basic Finance today, 306-2 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby, right across from Shelby High School. And remember, golf on Saturday, church on Sunday. Gaston County's premier flooring center is Carpet One Interiors, located at 2757 East Ozark Avenue in Gastonia. Seeing is believing at Carpet One Interiors in Gastonia, where you get a large selection at a low price with expert advice. Ask about their beautiful guarantee. If you don't love your new carpet, they'll replace it free. And right now, luxury vinyl plank is just $2.99 a square foot. Come see for yourself and refresh your home this year with a stop at Carpet One Interiors, 2757 East Ozark Avenue in Gastonia. Online at carpet1gastonia.com. The flu shots are in at Medical Center Pharmacy in Cherryville and the Falston Pharmacy in Falston. Come get your flu shots now. Be safe. And both stores are now welcoming new patients. Transferring is made easy. You can come into the store or use their convenient drive-through window. And don't forget about the grill at Medical Center Pharmacy in Cherryville. Again, get your flu shots now at Medical Center Pharmacy, 607 East Academy Street in Cherryville, and the Falston Pharmacy on Highway 18 North in Falston.
And welcome back to Saturday Morning Sports Talk with Kevin and the gang. Right now it's just Kevin, but I do believe we have Coach P. You there?
Coach Pruitt, you got us there?
Hello?
Hey, Coach Pruitt, we got you there. I think JP hit all the buttons right this morning. Good morning, sir. Happy Saturday. Beautiful day, hopefully, for you today coming up. Guys, last night on WCSL with Danny and Tim, 63-21 over at Shelby in our new conferences. We did a little talking about it last night, and I'm sure you don't want to really get into any of that much as we complained about last night. But anyway, 21 points on the board. We got some highlights here for the folks at home. Thanks for calling in. And what you got going on today, this weekend. Talk a little bit about last night. Anything you really want to get into, Coach, more than welcome to. Thanks for calling.
Just thought our kids played hard. We didn't probably execute the game plan the way we'd liked in a few areas. And, during the week, after we had faced Chase in the running game, in my mind, I'm thinking, well, us matching up against the passing team might be a better thing for us right now. But obviously that wasn't the case because they spread it around real good. And, just looking at film, getting the line correctly, collisioning a receiver, staying in your area, getting depth. I mean, those are all things that we didn't do in the defensive secondary that we got to do better. And as I've already discussed with my DB coach, he says we'll try to correct that on Monday and do our best at getting ready for an East Gaston team that's coming off of a win. They won their first game of the year and had a couple pretty close games against the Stuart Kramer team that just lost to South Point by a touchdown. So, and they lost to South Point as well. So we'll have our hands full with East Gaston. It is homecoming. It'll be an exciting week. Looking forward to the next 5 weeks. We have 4 of the next 5 games at home. And hopefully we can stop making some of the mistakes we're making, be it up front blocking or, one time my back's supposed to block play side linebacker and he blocks outside. The next time he's supposed to block outside and he blocks play side. We still have a bunch of kids who don't have a great amount of football experience. But as I heard y'all talk on the radio last night, we went and tried the 2 platoon almost all the way across the board. The one position I can't do that is running back. So Cooper and Gavin stay out there on the field a lot. We think we can get Mason Grindstaff there. We think we can play Caden Beaver at multiple positions since he's a backup quarterback, play him at tight end, play him at running back. He knows the whole offense. So we're still a work in progress, but our kids are really playing hard. And, answer the quick Shelby score with a score ourselves. We actually wanted to win the toss and try to make that the first play of the game. So we flipped the scoreboard. Normally we would defend the scoreboard, but we went opposite just because we didn't want our twins into their boundary because their coaches would be chatting them up. So, you prepare for a game. And as I told our kids, I don't care if we're playing Shelby. I don't care if we're playing a team like AC Reynolds that I've seen Shelby play on film. I didn't care if we're playing South Point, South Carolina. We're going to play to win the game. And we could have done a few other things that we didn't bring out, but it is what it is. And we're going to play another one and get ready for East Gaston and try to prepare for our playoff situation, which I think is great because that came out this week. I don't know if y'all seen that formula. If I get a chance, I'll share the email with you if you want me to, Kevin.
Yes, sure.
And your win-loss percentage is part of that. And then the win-loss percentage of your opponents is part of that. And then the win-loss percentage of the opponents' is part of that. So for us playing in a conference with a Shelby and a Burns and playing a team like Chase in the non-conference, that should boost us. But, on the flip side of that, you talk about the 1A, 2A split, a Shelby and a Burns playing in a conference with a Highland Tech and us and Bessemer City, because the 1A teams, that's going to affect their strength of schedule. So it's going to go both ways there, and that's not fair for really anybody.
No.
But in life, everything's not going to be fair, and we're all going to hopefully get an opportunity to playoffs, and you get the opportunity to answer that on the field. So that's what we're going to try to do.
Well, Coach, I've shown a couple highlights here so far. I've shown the third touchdown, and right now we're looking at your first there on the play. I'm guessing you didn't draw it up for him to skip it to the wide receiver.
Oh yeah, we're skipping it, bud. He's
Okay.
a third baseman.
Okay, that was the question. I was like, I don't know.
Plus, if you've ever been to Shelby, you know their turf is almost as good as field turf.
Right.
So the last time I run that play would have been at Watauga High School. The last time we ran that play was against Community School of Davidson many years ago. But we ran that at Watauga High School against Mooresville. But we didn't throw the ball quite far enough, and the safety made a pretty good play and knocked it down. But, we felt like first play of the game, they would be aggressive. Chase being a third baseman to turn two, throw it down in the ground. Hey, we got a shortstop out there and Landon to pick it. And every time we threw it, he never dropped it. And we only overthrew it one time all week, so we felt really good about the play.
Well, I'm looking at it right now. Fantastic play. Just the fact that if you're calling it to go on the ground, is that I'm just asking you, curiosity's sake, is that a distract the safety type thing? Kind of, hey, this is not a pass.
That's to get everybody to think that play is dead.
Gotcha.
And you know, when we throwed it the first day of practice, we didn't skip it. Second day, I stepped in for Chase and I skipped it right to Landon, and I think he had confidence in doing it. So you know, you put your kids out there to play and use their skills to the best of our ability, and that's just an example. You know, last week we ran a halfback pass from Cooper to Landon. So this week we switched it and let Landon throw it to Cooper. So
Cooper,
you know,
Cooper
nice to have a wrinkle every week. And, you know, a game like that, going to play a Shelby, and you can see the score end result, but it was 28-14 at one time.
Mm-hmm.
And a game like that lets a guy like Cooper Sloan catch a ball and, you know, see it. And I'll be honest with you, I don't have enough time in the week to do what I used to do, which is do a scouting report where I write down every player's name on the other team and their height and weight off the roster. But I can't tell you the name of number 3. I know number 3 and number 9. And, of course, last night we game planned for number 9 to be there, and he wasn't there. And really, it kind of screwed us up because we felt like, oh, well, we can run the opposite way now, but we really hadn't practiced plays to run the opposite way a whole lot because we're so young. When we took platoon yesterday, we took Corey Austin, who had not played offensive line except as a backup all year and started at left tackle. We took Caleb Hovis to play the nose, and y'all referenced this last night to keep kids fresh and to try to avoid injury. And we probably left the game last night healthier than we started the game. Cam Boland was a game-time decision and played. He wasn't full speed, but he really plays hard. And, you know, we just feel good about where we are right now. But the important thing is to keep playing the way we're playing and correct mistakes. Right now we're not correcting our mistakes as well as I'd like, and that's something we as coaches have to do. But then when the players get on the field, they have to do that themselves. They have to perform as well. So we'll see what we can do and get ready for this next one.
All right, Coach, finally on the trick play, who caught the touchdown pass again? Was that Cooper, you said?
That was Cooper.
And
yeah, Cooper.
He ran away from the defense.
One as well.
He scored probably about 6 yards away. The closest defender was when he crossed the goal line. And then we're watching the second touchdown now on the play action there back to him. That was Cooper as well, you said?
Yeah, we thought, well, actually, we were sitting there in the fourth down, and one of the kids said, "Hey, Coach, what do you think about that play?" And I said, "Well, let's run it." But we got pressed on the outside and didn't get our release. And Cooper was supposed to be wide, but he kind of converted it. Chase made a good play, and he really put it on him as his head's turning around. The ball's on him. He makes a great catch. So, and then the play that we scored last, that was kind of a busted play. We still got a lot, like I said, a lot of areas to brush up. And really, other than one kid, we had our full complement of players. We did have a kid who couldn't play last night due to an injury, but we're getting a little closer. But right now, with everything going on with COVID and symptoms, I mean, I'll have kids who miss because they're symptomatic because they know they're not supposed to be at school, and then that, of course, affects them, their playing time and their practice time. So we probably were as close to full group last night as we've been, and hopefully that will continue. And if we can continue that, I think we can get a lot better.
All right, Coach. Well, I appreciate it. Any big plans this weekend? Do you got one of the sold-out tickets to Elon and Appalachian?
Well, you know, last week Terry talked about us being more physical. I really think we got there a little bit. We did a little better job tackling, though the ball going over our head is hard to tackle when they're not in front of you. But overall, I thought we improved in that area. I do have a couple coaches' comp tickets to Appalachian, and if the girls want to go, we're going to head up the mountain and find us a couple tickets. So busy day of some yard work, and going up and seeing my property and taking care of a few things up there. So go Mountaineers, and got Elon this week. I think I predicted that score to be 24-22 last week, and if App had not had to go for 2, if they'd have went ahead and had the lead and could hold the field goal, I think I would have hit that one on the head. But hey, they played hard, and I'm looking forward to a good season from them for sure.
Yeah, we'll blame them.
They played well.
We'll blame the Florida refs on that one. All right, Coach. Appreciate it. You have a good weekend.
All right, guys. Y'all have a good one. Look forward to homecoming. I hope our community will get behind our team and come out and enjoy a great homecoming game with East Gaston. Look forward to hosting those guys. Haven't played an in-county school like East Gaston in a few years, so it's going to be exciting.
All right, Coach. Yes, sir. Well,
Good luck, Coach.
Good luck. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate y'all. Thanks.
All right, Coach Tim Pruitt and the Chairman Ironman last night against the Shelby Golden Lions. 63-21 Lions victorious. Go ahead, Terry, real quick.
Yeah, I was going to say something about that. You always look at Shelby against Chase, and there are a lot of people would look at this and say, hey, that's how this one should be. No, it's not as bad as what people think. Shelby leads the all-time series 34-10-5.
Okay.
But the last time that Cherylville had beaten Shelby was way back in 1958. They beat them 6-0.
Wow.
I was about to say, it's probably been a while. It's been as long as Carolina won an ACC championship.
They didn't play. The last time they played each other was in 2000, and Shelby won 62-8.
Was it 2000?
2000.
So I played in the last game, or no? That I played in the next last game against them because I was on Bessemer that year. So that was the last time I guess Bessemer probably played Shelby as well. Then I would guess. So that I thought they had played at least once or twice since then, but I guess they didn't. We split up the year after I graduated. Then I guess. All right. Scores around the area: Bunker Hill 20-6 over Lincoln, Crest 44-27 over Ashbrook, Jefferson 42-0 over Bessemer City. All right, fellas, y'all take the rest of them.
All right. It was Burns 72, Highland Tech 0. Tom, I cannot believe y'all run up at me points.
Well, two of them were pick sixes, as I told you.
I understand. I'm just kidding. It was Kings Mountain 45, Hunter Huss 6, Forest View 43, North Gaston 20. It was South Point, tough little game against Stuart Kramer, 28-21, but South Point's never lost to Stuart Kramer. It was Newton Conover 37, West Caldwell 6, and this one right here, I messed this one up tremendous because I took West Caldwell to win that game. It was West Lincoln with a good win over Bandy's 20-17 in overtime. It was Cherokee 26, East Gaston 35. It was RS Central 42, Hendersonville 49, and Polk County 41, Patton 8. Tom?
All right, Statesville over North Lincoln 14-5. Hickory edges East Lincoln 22-21, and Drone Big over Owen 36-7. St. Stephen's blanks West Iredell 21-0. North Iredell does the same to Ford 34-0. The Community School of Davidson defeats Bishop McGinnis 45-7, and Mountain Heritage over Swain County 16-10. Irwin blanks Inca 27-0. McDowell over Roberson 16-6. Franklin big over East Henderson 48-0, and Pisgah defeats Smoky Mountain 28-16. Marvin Ridge over Alexander Central 42-8. South Caldwell over High Brighton, double overtime game there, Terry, 44-42. As High Brighton tried to come back, almost won that game. They were down most of that game. Last reported score I had was Watauga 54, Ashe County 7. Got a little grief last night, Terry, for calling Ashe County the Fighting Christmas Trees. I just think that's a good name.
We're gonna assume that Ashe County didn't make that comeback.
Yes. Yeah. Freedom over Central Cabarrus 42-19. Tuscola over Hayesville 46-21. And West Henderson over North Henderson 49-14. That is your scoreboard.
Yeah, and give some updates on some of them scores. North Iredale's win last night over Fred T4 stopped a 25-game losing streak. Lincoln only loses to Bunker Hill for only the second time in their meetings. The last night and the last time that Bunker Hill had ever beat Lincoln, it was way back in 1975, 8-7.
Wow.
So you're telling me
them back in the 90s or anything like that?
So North Iredale had lost 32 in a row?
25.
25?
Straight. Yes.
Wow.
So, now Bandy's leads the all-time series with West Lincoln 38-13-1, but West Lincoln has won the last 3 meetings.
All right. So, I did have one. Terry, did you have the note? Is that the second win for Thomas Jefferson over Bessemer? That was the one I needed from you last night. I couldn't remember off the top of my head. I think it was, or it ain't more than 3. I'd say that if they've won the last 2 in a row.
I'll have to check.
Because for years that they'd beat everybody else and then we'd beat them no matter what. It was whatever snake bitten by the Yellow Jackets. All right, now we've got the top 10. Update that for real quick before we get out of here. Terry, you excited about the top 10? Terry's excited, Tom.
He should be.
He should be. All right. If you want a copy, it's there. If not, I'm about to put it on the screen for the folks at home. All right. Last week, our top 10 was Chase 1, Bunker Hill 2, Maiden 3, East Lincoln 4, Hendersonville 5, West Lincoln 6, Statesville 7, Bandy's 8, Shelby 9, Burns 10, South Point 11, Kings Mountain 12, Polk County 13, North Lincoln 14, Thomas Jefferson 15, Crest down at 18. Now, Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, here is the new Power Poll on KTC for the folks at home watching. I'm going to hide the top 5 for a minute so Terry can be excited. All right, at number 20, Tom, I'll let you do 20 through 16 now.
All right. 20, East Burke with 1 PowerPoint. 19, North Lincoln with 1 PowerPoint, 2-2 record. East Burke 1-1. 18th is East Gaston with 2 PowerPoints, a 2-2 record. 17, the Forest View Jaguars, 3 PowerPoints and a 2-2 record. And the Hickory Red Tornadoes moving on up after that big win last night, 3 PowerPoints, 2-2 overall.
Beat the number 17.
Yeah, they did. I mean, they beat East Lincoln last night, which was a bit of a surprise. Thomas Jefferson with 3 PowerPoints is number 15, 3-0 on the year. Crest, number 14. I'm sure that's going to make a lot of people happy in Boiling Springs with 4 PowerPoints.
2 weeks ago, they were number 30.
I think it says a 1-1 record. I don't think that's right. Is it, Kevin? Aren't they? They've just played 2 games?
Yep.
Okay.
They got beat by
Burns.
Mm-hmm.
And then
that's it.
Wow. 13th is Bandy's with 4 PowerPoints, a 2-1 record. Polk County with 5 PowerPoints, 3-1 record. Burns at number 11, 6 PowerPoints and a 3-2 record. And Burns, not much of a chance to move up. Was playing some 1A opponents here. They can only get 1 PowerPoint.
They actually fell in the Power Poll after a 72-0
Well, think about
victory.
Terry. You have to win
love it.
4 1A games to get the PowerPoints.
I agree.
from
I
1.
understand.
So that's why it's so hard to move up in the poll, and that's what kind of makes it ridiculous.
It's going to be tough for Shelby and Burns. In what Coach Pruitt was saying, Tom, the state is taking that into account, your strength of schedule as well, as we do here on our Power Poll. And you guys earned 1 point last night, and Shelby did with your 1 point victories. Terry, if you do the math on it, it was 177-21 last night in the Southern Piedmont 1A 2A.
I do need to correct you really quick, Kevin. Crest is 2-1. They have defeated both North Gaston and Ashbrook. So Crest should
That is true, but according to the Max Preps people, they are 1-1 according to.
But you've got the PowerPoints right because because they've defeated 2 3A teams, right? That should be 6.
Lost to who?
Burns. So that's -2.
Okay. I got the PowerPoints wrong.
You got the PowerPoints right. Okay.
But I'm blaming that completely on the Max Preps official standings that I printed out. It says Crest is 1-1, but they're 2-1.
You know
it doesn't change the Power Poll.
You know what I teach my kids in school? Double check your work.
I did.
Okay.
It says it 1-1.
Okay. He double checked.
I'm looking right at it. My source was wrong, Tom.
Double check your
Maybe
work.
Wikipedia isn't right anymore.
Everything you look on the internet isn't always not correct.
Now, the PowerPoints are right, so it doesn't change anything. Burns falls 1 spot in the Power Poll. How about Shelby with their win last night, Tom? They fell a spot in the Power Poll.
Yeah, that's why sometimes I don't like your Power Poll, but
it all plays out at the end.
It doesn't.
It all plays
what
out
he
at the
says.
end.
He says it comes out at the end.
It does.
It does.
Number 10 in the Power Poll is the Shelby Golden Lions at 3-1. Number 9, South Point Red Raiders with 7 points. No, they got 8 points too. Did I do that? Anyway, I did something wrong with that one. They all got 8 there. I didn't update their points. Anyway, top 5. Let's just get to that. I printed it out very quickly this morning. All right, top 5. Number 5, Chase. Terry, they didn't play last night. They fall from 1 to 5. West Lincoln is number 4. Now they jumped from 6 to number 4. Number 3, the Hendersonville Bearcats, 4-1. Number 2, Statesville at 3-0 with 10 Power Points. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Terry, if I'd made a bet with you or anyone else before the season that Bunker Hill, West Lincoln, and Chase would be the only 4-0 teams in the area,
everybody would have said
no. What would you have said to me?
Yeah, everybody would have
You
said
think anybody would have took that bet?
No.
No, I'm saying like if I would have had those teams and I would have wanted to bet you wouldn't have took that bet?
I would not have took that bet.
Terry, I don't think you understand what I'm saying. I would have said, Terry, I think Bunker Hill, West Lincoln, and Chase are going to be 4-0 for the season. Would you have not have taken that and be like, yeah, I'll take your money? That's what I'm asking you.
Well, I believed in West Lincoln. I don't know about Bunker Hill and Chase.
Again, there we
I
go.
believed in Chase.
A three-team 12-0 parlay.
The only one I would have been skeptical
and I said, I
want
to put $100
would have been
on
Bunker
it,
Hill.
and you get, we'll bet 10 apiece, and if I win, I get 100. You get 10. You just took my $10, wouldn't you?
Maybe not. I would have had to look at the records and who they played.
You would not have picked Bunker Hill to be 4-0 right now.
No, I wouldn't have. Probably not. That would have been the only one.
That's what I'm saying. All right, when we come back, we'll do baseball update on the standings real quick. And then we got football games galore to pick and talk about in college and NFL on KDCBroadcasting.com.
Lifetime warranty on new and used cars at Friendship Nissan and Friendship Jeep Dodge Ram in Forest City. And now until the end of the month, Friendship in Forest City will offer up to $4,000 over Kelley Blue Book value on your trade. Guaranteed best prices on new cars, all used cars priced way below book value, and now all new and used cars have a lifetime warranty, unlimited time, and unlimited miles. We're simply not like any other dealer. Friendship Nissan and Friendship Jeep Dodge Ram, we're located in Forest City.
Plumbing problems? Well, if you're not an expert plumber, then we invite you to call the Expert Plumbers. That's Olmsted Plumbing in Forest City. Just call 828-245-7302. Recommended since 1973. From faucets to sinks to toilets, from sewer and drains to well pumps, from dishwashers to disposals to bathroom remodeling, residential and commercial, new homes too. Don't let your plumbing problems drive you plumb crazy. Call Olmsted Plumbing in Forest City. 828-245-7302 or visit the website at olmstedplumbing.com. Olmsted Plumbing is now hiring for skilled service technicians and skilled equipment operators.
Now open the all-new BMC Toner Solutions at 410 East Franklin Boulevard in Gastonia. The new BMC Toner Solutions can save you up to 50% off retail on your printer ink cartridges. Extra large inkjets just $14.99 for black and $16.99 for color. Just call 704-862-7333. They're open from 9 to 5 Monday through Thursday, 9 to 2 on Friday, and open every third Saturday from 9 to 2. The new BMC Toner Solutions, now open at 410 East Franklin Boulevard, Gastonia.
Looking for a boat, RV, or farm equipment this summer? Carolina Federal can help with financing. Recreation loans are available for as low as 3.75% APR. Contact us today for more information by calling 704-435-0186 or online at carolinafcu.org or stop by our branch located at 1200 East Church Street in Cherryville. At Carolina Federal Credit Union, we treat you like family because you are. Rates based on credit history. If you're in the market for new flooring, go to this area's most recommended flooring store. That's Flooring America on Slater Street in Kings Mountain. Flooring America in Kings Mountain is where friends send friends for their flooring needs. And right now, you'll find the ever-popular luxury vinyl plank for only $2.99 a square foot. That's right, only $2.99 a square foot. All during the Fresh Start Flooring Sale. Give your home a refresh with one stop at Flooring America. 602 Slater Street in Kings Mountain. Online at flooringamericakingsmountain.com.
You'll be first on race day with a stop at Kings Mountain Auto Supply, 904 West Gold Street in Kings Mountain. You'll find a full line of auto parts. They've got it all, and they even carry racing fuel. So before you head out to the track, get your racing fuel from Kings Mountain Auto Supply. Give them a call at 704-739-0391. In addition to great prices, you'll get friendly and knowledgeable service as well. Kings Mountain Auto Supply, 904 West Gold Street in Kings Mountain. Open Monday through Friday from 8 till 6, Saturdays 8 till noon. Like them on Facebook too.
And welcome back to Saturday Morning Sports Talk with Kevin and the gang.
That's what I'm saying. You should help out a little bit. All right. Head to the broadcast.
Tom, you think we should mention our friends?
Yeah, Tom.
JP.
Mention our friends.
Terry, hold on, Terry. Last night, I know what Tom has done here, but I know you guys are killing me here. These are for the middle. You're supposed to sit in the middle. See this microphone?
I am in the middle.
No, you're not.
He gets mad at me because I move around.
Because I'm gonna. Last night, Tom ended up.
We try to stay 6 foot apart, Kev.
Is that what y'all are doing?
When Tom moved, I had to move.
Well, last night he ended up in that seat when he started here, and I was like, "Where'd my camera go?" But here, I'll adjust.
See, we're not bad.
We got some Major League Baseball to talk about a little bit here today. KTC Broadcasting. Welcome back to the show. Just 15 games, about two and a half weeks left to go in the season. I wanted to talk the Major League Baseball. There was a story here, the power rankings kind of talked about some of the teams.
Yeah, before you get into that, let me remind our listeners that Friendship Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram and Friendship Nissan both at Oak Street Extension in Forest City, sponsoring Saturday morning sports talk. Thank you to our friends at Friendship. Now he's got the cameras readjusted.
Where's JP at? JP, come here and center some cameras up. Terry's just got to slide over to his left. Well, again, look at this arm, Terry. The microphone arm is doing all it can to get to Tom. He's with so far
At
away.
least mine's bent like a crooked
This is like Bo trying to hand you something.
I'm trying to keep that knee, my knees.
Fix Terry. There you go. All right, we're done. All right, picking on them. How about the Braves, guys? Braves, first place. I'm looking at the power poll, and I'm going to read from some stuff from the power poll guys here. Adam Duvall leads the National League with 101 RBIs through Tuesday after hitting his 35th home run, which leads to all kinds of weird facts. No RBI leader has split the season between two clubs, Major League history. Duvall's 229 average will be the lowest ever for an RBI champion. Harmon Killebrew hit 243 with 126 RBIs for the Twins in 1962. Duvall's 788 OPS would be only the fourth below 800 RBI leader in history. The others to fall below 800 while leading in RBIs: George Kelly in 1920, Lee May in 1976, and the great Cecil Fielder in 1992. So there's your Braves stats of the day.
Didn't Killebrew, wasn't he in the Hall of Fame?
Oh, he's in the Hall of Fame. I think he might have. He may even have the single season record for. Didn't he have the single season record for RBIs at one point or something? I might have that wrong, but anyway, Killebrew. Well, Terry, you can have a bad season. He hit 243 one season. You want me to look up the rest of his career stats?
I'm sure he's 280. I'm sure he's 280 or 290.
Yeah. All right, Terry, you want me to read about the Kansas City Royals?
What about Kansas City?
21st, they got you guys, right?
That's all right. Guess what Perez has done now? Tied the home run record with Johnny Bench for catchers. All time.
Total home runs?
He's past Ohtani, or whatever we want to call that guy. There we go. Yeah.
You mean for the season?
Yeah.
You just said all time.
I'm talking about for the season, most home runs by a catcher.
In a season?
Yes. Okay. He's tied with Johnny Bench.
You had me looking up thinking that whoever you're talking about has more home runs than Pudge Rodriguez in his career, and that's not what you're talking about. You mean just
a season record, not a career
record.
All right. Good for him. Can he catch?
He's only one behind Guerrero.
Mike Piazza.
What's his throwing out runners percentage?
That's what I'm saying. Can he catch, or is he like Mike Piazza?
Oh, he can catch.
Okay, just ask him.
Why, yeah.
I don't know who you're
He's the leader of our team.
Hell.
Leading them right into fourth place.
Like Molina is for the Cardinals.
Right in the 21st ranking.
What?
Well, you can, Terry, Yadier Molina has never been 13 games under 500. When you sketch out the future of the Royals rotation, let's talk about your rotation for some reason. The quartet of Singer, Lynch, Cowher, and Bubick would be joined on most such sketchings by AC Lazy, Texas A&M lefty, something about that. Talking about your pitching, it's not good.
No, I know that.
That's basically what it's saying.
I know
There's a lot of big
There's
numbers
only so
there.
much a catcher can do for that pitcher. You know, if I tell you high and in and you throw it outside where he can rip it into right field, come on, help me out a little bit. You know.
With the Cleveland Guardians playing for the future, its 2021 record has gradually slipped to under 500, putting the franchise's 8-year streak of winning seasons in jeopardy.
Got beat 8-0 last night.
Yeah, we're catching you.
I think they're tanking, Kevin. They're tanking.
That figure matches the high water mark of the offensively dominant Indians teams at the end of the last century, when Cleveland finished over 500 every season from 94 to 01. The franchise record is 10 straight winning seasons during the Bob Feller, Larry Doby, Bob Lemon teams.
That's not going to happen this year. No, they're 3 games under 500, 71 and 74, and it's just a sad state of affairs. Of course, we're a little spoiled. I mean, we win a lot of regular season games and then, made the series in 16, but come up short. So, I mean, it's just they're going to have to retool. I mean, they're just going to have to retool, and they don't want to spend the money.
Do you want to get into a one-game playoff?
Sure.
I mean, I guess.
Sure.
I guess if you are a playoff team, you want to.
Sure, you always want to play another game.
Yeah.
I mean, do I like it? Not really, but,
And then that game's going to be on, like, early evening, like 4 o'clock, for you to watch it.
It couldn't be any dumber. We're sitting there talking about 5 teams in the wild card playoffs, and then I was thinking it was a 3-game series or something. It's a one game.
One game. You played 162, so now play one.
Congratulations, you're the wild card team. You get one game.
You know, would that make more sense if it was a 60-game season, and then you played
if it was football?
Yeah. Or if it was football. If it was football, it would make more sense.
I just, again, and then, I feel bad for the Dodgers. 17 games over 500. Or no, 17 games over the next wild card team. Sorry about that. And they have to go into 1-game playoff. Now,
one game.
Now,
they could be out after one game.
Yep, if they have a bad game.
Yeah.
You could have, and well, it's only as good as your pitching. I mean,
because if the other team throws somebody out there as good as what you throwing out.
And your defense. You make an error. You know what I mean? They make an untimely error.
I'm going to say 2 things as far as the Cardinals, if they make it. We're not scared of the LA Dodgers. Never have been. You can bring Clayton Kershaw out. We dare you to.
Well, think of it.
We've stomped him into the ground every time he's come out to play against us.
It's going to be a 1-game playoff, Wainwright against Kershaw.
We got Adam Wainwright. And
That's
Yadi
what I'm
Molina
saying.
to play. I'm good. Wainwright this season, 16 wins, second Major League Baseball behind Urias of the Dodgers. Complete. Let's see, ERA. He's like 2.88 now, I think, is where Wainwright's got his ERA down to. And remember, he missed like a month of the season. Vladimir has taken, and Perez have taken over Ohtani. I know that just makes you the happiest person in the world.
Yeah, everybody's overtaking him now. MVP gone.
Is he still pitching? Is he still pitching?
No,
yes, he's pitching this week. He's starting Sunday.
Okay, I was getting ready to go. He's supposed to start it last night, and they moved it.
Right. He went and pitched a bullpen session to make sure he's okay instead, and they announced that he will. I saw on the thing that I think he's starting Sunday. Wainwright is 10th in ERA, 11, only 12 guys in baseball under 3.0 earned run average. Scherzer is leading 2.17. Then Burns at 2.25 on that. Like I said, it's one game. What are you gonna be scared of? Again, ask the Braves. They could get beat. One of these teams might win 11-1, because you just don't know. We might score 8 runs in the first inning and it's over after without even anything. And I don't think it's fair if you're going to claim somebody a wild card team and you're in the playoffs. You're not in the playoffs. You just basically tied like the old way we used to do it. They fixed it by I don't know how they did that, but. Anyway, Braves should be playing the Brewers, or I guess the Brewers. Is that how that's going to work? And then the Giants would get Dodgers Cardinals winner. Is that how that works? So Braves and Brewers, neither one of them.
Brewers have come on though. They've won a bunch of games lately.
Ryan Braun retired, but one of their players, Yelich, just bought 10,000 tickets for the Cardinals series this weekend. Now, what did that tell you, Tom? That fans aren't supporting him if the center fielders or whatever position he's playing is buying 10,000 tickets. So you know why that, dude? Because the Cardinals fans travel. We go to an Atlanta game against the Cardinals, you will hear "Let's Go Cardinals" chants all day long. And I'm sure if he has to buy 10,000 of them, that he didn't want them chanting this weekend, because we're trying to make the playoffs. They're cruising, and so kind of weird. I wonder what 10,000 tickets cost out of his pocket.
He really bought.
He got a discount.
Yeah,
he got a discount.
I'm sure they were all upper decks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. A lot of these baseball stadiums, like when Cleveland redid their stadium, they took out seats. In these stadiums, they don't seat a 70,000 for a baseball game anymore. You know, they just made them smaller.
No, it's getting the one place you could always see it was in Atlanta, because they built that stadium for the Olympics, so it had probably extra seats, and you know they went from what was their field? Circle. Jeez, I'm being serious. The Hank Aaron played in, not Turner. Turner's is the one they had before. Fulton County Stadium. Went from Fulton County to Turner, and that thing opened up, and you could tell in St. Louis as well. St. Louis closed off because their stadium was pretty much the exact same as Fulton County with the cookie cutter circle. And they started cutting off the upper deck back in the late 90s. Just then, and McGuire would hit a couple up there in the upper deck, and there would be people up there before the game, and then it would kind of shift down a little bit because you just can't get, again, 162 games or 81 home games, and you're going to bring 50, 60,000 people in there.
You're not going
That's tough to do that. Anyway, anything else on news and notes on baseball, guys, before we get out of here?
Well,
it's going to get interesting.
The only thing I was thinking about, if I had bought 10,000 tickets, I would want all mine, if I put them in that upper deck, I would want a camera on every one of them with binoculars looking at me down on the field and booing. Because you put me so high up, you didn't buy lower deck tickets.
It's free ticket.
Only Terry would boo a free professional baseball ticket. I'm gonna boo. I'm not going to be salty about it. I'm gonna boo the guy that bought it.
I'd be like, "Why are you setting
I'm going to
me
be a
way
complete
up here?"
prick about it.
Yeah.
So when you hear Terry be a commercial about other things, y'all remember that right there. just remember that right there. All right, JP, you ready in there? How about? I know what's going to happen, Terry. They're going to have Dodgers and Cardinals on at 10 o'clock in the morning, and Red Sox Yankees on at 7 o'clock at night.
Probably, yes, for sure.
I know we'll be playing in the middle of the day. We always play in the middle of the day. All right, JP, we'll be back in a few minutes. KDCBroadcasting.com.
Question: where do you buy a used car with a lifetime warranty? The answer is Friendship in Forest City. Friendship has lifetime warranty on new and used cars. Unlimited time, unlimited miles. That's Friendship Nissan and Friendship Jeep Dodge Ram in Forest City.
Just arrived at Hendrick Appliance and Mattress Center in Shelby. A big shipment of scratch and dented refrigerators. They're all sizes and all prices. And there's one right there for you. Come get your new refrigerator today. Plus save $2 on your new mattress set. That's Hendrick Appliance and Mattress Center, 1241 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. On the right going down, on the left coming back. Visit the website at HendrickAppliance.com. See their page at WhatsUpShopper.com and like them on Facebook too.
Be the one.
Howe, first down and more. Goodbye. Magical play by Sam Howe.
This is the home of Carolina football.
And it's intercepted. Holy cow, Carolina's going to win. Light that bell tower blue.
Catch live coverage of the Tar Heels all season long, right here on your home for Carolina football.
Tar Heel football on the Boss in Carolina Country and online at KDCBroadcasting.com. Well, the big truck has backed up and left a ton of furniture on sale at Kurt's Premium Outlet at Eastridge Mall in Gastonia. TV stands with drawers and mesh doors, regular $8.99, now $600. A white sands table and 4-chair dining set, regular $12.99, now $9.49. An Ashley 5-piece bedroom suite, regular $37.35, now only $24.65. And Benchcraft recliners, regular $7.49, now $4.99 at Kurt's Premium Outlet, Eastridge Mall on North New Hope Road, Gastonia. Like them on Facebook too. Halloween has arrived early at Teddy's Emporium Outlet in Eastridge Mall in Gastonia. The big Halloween truck has arrived with Halloween makeup, Halloween mask, Halloween hats, and more. Plus, Halloween costumes are only $3 with a great selection to choose from. And don't forget about their crafts, now half price at Teddy's Emporium Outlet in Eastridge Mall on North New Hope Road in Gastonia. Get ready for Halloween at Teddy's and like them on Facebook too. GSM Services is proud to sponsor high school football. GSM helps people live better through improved comfort, health, and energy efficiency. They provide high-quality home and commercial improvement services, such as heating and cooling, energy audits, duct and dryer vent cleaning, attic insulation, crawl space solutions, generators, commercial roofing, and HVAC, indoor air cleaning products, and much more. GSM has been taking care of their customers' comfort since 1927. This unmatched experience has led them to build reliable processes to serve you and offer the guidance to help you choose the right options for your home and business comfort needs. Call them today at 1-800-NEW-COOL or 1-800-NEW-HEAT. That's GSM Services.
And we're back on Saturday Morning Sports Talk with Kevin and the gang.
As we come back, Tom walks away. Terry, what just happened?
Well, I don't know. Tom got that Centofanti.
We had a
shirt
break, and then he disappeared when we came back.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway,
it's all right.
Welcome back to the show, everybody. Saturday Morning Sports Talk. Kevin Hastings, Tom Centofanti, and Terry Reinhardt. I've got a trivia question because we're going to give away some Tar Heel tickets. Tar Heel tickets for tonight, folks. I need a listener for tonight that wants Tar Heel tickets.
Who are they playing, Kevin? Let's let everybody know that. Who are they playing?
Virginia. 7:30 tonight is the kickoff. So you got
Oh,
plenty of
no.
time to get there to get the tickets, but you have to be able to go. I'm not going to give them to you. We can email them to you. You don't have to come by here. It is an email online ticket, but I am going to give a trivia question to see if I can get a winner first, and then if not, we'll do a different way to do it. But first, the trivia question is, since it's Tar Heels, we're going to do Tar Heels trivia, Tom.
All right.
And you're involved in this.
Okay.
What former Tar Heel who ran the option as part of a Procter & Gamble company at North Carolina, he was also a running back in the NFL for the Jets, Bears, and Chargers, and one time Tom Sinofani got an official tackle recorded on this Morganton Freedom Star. So there's your hints. Who was part of a Procter & Gamble backfield in North Carolina that ran the option with Jason Stanisic? More hints. Played for the Jets, Bears, and Chargers, but most importantly, was tackled once or forced out of bounds once. That's what it was one time.
Twice.
Forced him out of bounds.
Twice.
Was there a wrap up or just a force out of bounds?
It was kind of a shoulder in his chest. He kind of ran into me.
Oh.
And all I remember is
the bulk of Tom
forced out of bounds by
forced
out of bounds by
Get out of
Sinofani.
Yeah.
Is that what the announcer said?
Yeah.
The hometown announcer, or was it Freedom?
It was Freedom.
Oh, okay. I was wondering if the hometown announcer messed you up like that too.
Yeah.
Throw him under the bus. All right, there's the hint. I need a caller, 704-435-2845. Call JP if you know the Tar Heel football player that played, let's see, he was a 97 draft pick. Hints, Tar Heel football player. And I'm going to give it to JP. JP, come in here and get the name. And if you want Tar Heel tickets for tonight, free Tar Heel tickets, folks. I'm giving them away. If you can somehow name the former Tar Heels, a 97 NFL draft pick, played for the Jets, Bears, and Chargers, and was once tackled by Thomas Sinofani. Or forced out of bounds. I'm not going to say tackled. That's a strong word.
Twice.
That's a strong word.
Make sure.
And they
you
called a
get that
timeout
twice.
before the it was at the end of the game.
To check on his health?
No, we just got beat.
Oh.
We just got beat by
Direct him
we got beat by West Charlotte 34-0, and we really needed this game because we lost to Shelby and we lost to West Charlotte. We were 1-2, and we really this is the first game I got to play. And the coach called a timeout and said, "If you kick that ball to him again, you will not play again." So I didn't. I just kicked it to the right, and he wasn't able to get it because they told me, if you kick this ball to him, you will not play again. I was like, okay.
Coaches have a funny way of putting things.
Yeah.
And
Do
then
not kick him the
And then
ball.
after the fact, you think about it, you should have been like, who else is he going to put in?
Now, don't worry about it, Coach. I'll tackle him.
Yeah, don't worry.
about it.
Don't worry. I forced him out of bounds
If
after
the rest
50 yards.
of the 10 guys out there cannot get him, I will.
I will.
Terry,
get
you ever
him.
heard of, you know what, NBA basketball players, the best ones hit close to 40% threes. Steph Curry and Klay Thompson. I played for a basketball coach one time that told us you can shoot threes until you miss.
That's going to be pretty quick.
So if you start off 3 for 3, you get a fourth one, Terry, but you better not miss the first one or second
You
one.
missed
third.
the first one, forget it.
And I swear, if you took another one, it didn't matter if it went in, you came out.
A lot of switching, huh?
It was not today's brand of basketball. I'll put it that way. It was layups or nothing, or you're running. All right. Anyway, there he is. If you want Tar Heel tickets tonight, just call 704-435-2845. Tar Heel tickets.
Can they call 1390 as well? Will that work?
I don't know if it works. Just call the number I'm telling people to call.
Okay, tell me that number one more time.
704-435-2845. If you know a Tar Heel fan, tell them to call. I'll ask them the question again on the air, even if they aren't listening now. 704-435-2845, and tell JP, who did Tom Sinofani tackle or forced out of bounds twice.
I left it off my Facebook
against
post.
Freedom.
I said, what Tar Heel played for both Morganton Freedom and the New York Jets?
It could be. I don't know if that.
He was
probably
pretty
is
good.
the only one if you put it that way.
You
All
could
right.
you could tell somebody who's a pro player because when they run, it doesn't look like they run. It's like watching a deer. It's like they float.
Yeah.
It's like
You
I was
got
like that guy is really fast. It's like that's because when you see it, you'll never forget it. Like especially if it's around other people that aren't on his level.
Oh, Lordy.
What you got, JP?
Anyway, all right. So matchups for this weekend.
Coach Pruitt just got the right answer.
I thought he was going to chat. He's going to Boone.
You're going to Boone, Coach Pruitt. What is
He also knew
he's
his
going to
number.
scalp the tickets. He's going to get the tickets and scalp them.
mind.
Get Tar Heel tickets, Coach P, for tonight.
JP's talked to him. Anyway, let's see how they get. Well, I'll let JP handle that in there. If he wants them, he can have them. But I didn't think he would want them. To be honest. He's supposed to be going to Boone tonight.
Well, Coach P's coming to get the tickets.
He can't have to come get it. I got to email him to him. He can't come get them. It's
Okay.
an email thing. I've got to email him to whoever's going to use them.
Well, he's coming here, unfortunately. I
Well,
didn't know.
he's listening.
Well,
I'm
you
sure
can
he's
email
listening.
it to him now.
Coach,
Okay.
I can email him to whoever I need to.
Yeah.
All right. This week, the Raging Cajuns beat Ohio Bobcats 49-14 on Thursday. Friday night, Louisville beat UCF and Maryland over Illinois. Top 25 matchups. We're going to do some picks here in just a moment. I want to make sure, guys, we did, what did you say, 30-something picks or something like that last week, Terry?
I can tell you exactly.
I didn't
'Cause
want to
kept
do
up
that.
with it. I
Go
was-
over some of those games real quick last week. Let me talk to JP a minute.
Well, now that really puts me in a bind,
Yeah.
Tom.
Okay, we are in a bind.
You,
Yeah, Ohio State let me down last week. Terry, defensively, you know they changed their defensive play caller, Terry.
Okay, here we are, Tom.
Yeah.
Last week in college, and Kevin said he was going to pick with us in college, but he did not. Tom, you went 26-11.
That's pretty good.
That's not bad at all. I went 29-8 in our picks last week. You did take Tennessee.
They won.
That was a loss.
Oh, it was.
Yes. You did take Northern Illinois. That was a loss to Wyoming. Those are them games that you have a hard time understanding.
Yeah.
You did take Navy. I took Air Force. You did take Bowling Green. I took South Alabama. You did take Mississippi State, which I was diehard and kept State.
Yep.
And let's see, one of the other ones, you did take Arizona, and San Diego State destroyed them. So, I mean, those are just a few games from last week.
Why did I pick Arizona?
I have no idea.
Who'd they play against?
San
Diego State. Yes.
Did you give away all the tickets or no? Okay, I just got
God.
the hand.
Just yes.
Okay.
Yes and no. Just give me a second.
Okay.
I got to clear some stuff up here.
Okay.
NFL, you want me to go over how our picks were in NFL?
No, we're going to talk about that here.
Oh, okay.
All right. Let's
Y'all
do.
had losing records. I just want you.
Jeez. Give me. Y'all are such a distraction sometimes. All right, here we go. Let's do some picks, Terry. I do want to keep them to about 20 or under. I don't want to do more than 20. I mean, NFL, we only got 16 picks. I really don't want to do more than that. So some of these 30-point spreads in the top 25, I'm not going to touch or look at. So let's get to all of FBS, and so we can touch on some of these. Terry, let me know if I get to 25. That would be my limit. I want to do 20, but if I get a little lost and we got to add one or two, let's just stay right there. All right, let's see. Scrolling down. Here's the good one. Cincinnati, number 8, favored by 3.5 at Indiana.
Okay, Cincinnati at Indiana, and Indiana has let me down before, Terry. I think we need to go with Cincinnati. They're about number 7 or 8, and they're the best team in Ohio right now, Terry.
Yes, they are.
They're the best team in Ohio.
And, Tom, I'm going to stay with you because I think this is the good pick.
Indiana let me down at Iowa. They got shellacked. Not sure why. I thought they were headed in the right direction. I don't know whether they got some injuries or what's going on there, but they just got destroyed at Iowa.
Yeah, a big game for Cincinnati. Hey, you're playing a Big Ten team. If you can go win there and win on the road, that's a plus.
Yeah, Virginia. Now Virginia Tech, since he's in there, Virginia Tech and West Virginia. Virginia Tech visiting West Virginia. Virginia Tech's on a high here. Well, now it just reset.
Yeah, it did.
So I'm trying to scroll back up.
Scroll back down, but Virginia Tech going to West Virginia, big rivalry there.
I don't know what this thing did.
So
I'm gonna try to. Let me see where he's getting this. I'm gonna go with West Virginia holding at home. That is a tough place to play, Terry, and a rivalry. Those two don't like each other.
Okay, I'm going the very opposite. I'm going to go with Virginia Tech on the road.
That's tough, man.
It is, but it's not like going to Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech is a hard place.
I don't care. Morganton,
you can go in West Virginia and win.
It's tough to play there.
Even
though West Virginia's not, I want to say they're 0-2. Or it reset or did something, Kevin.
Just scroll down.
I wasn't sure what it was.
Yeah. All right. Y'all do Virginia Tech, West Virginia?
We did. Yeah, he took Tech. I'm taking West Virginia. What's West Virginia's record?
1-1.
1-1.
Okay. I'm taking them in a mild upset.
Coastal Carolina favored at Buffalo by 2 scores by 14.
Buffalo's not what once they were. Give me the Fighting Boogie Boarders in that one.
I got Coastal also.
Miami.
Here you go.
Michigan State
favored at home, Terry. Now Terry, explain this to me. What was the spread last week against App? It was 8?
I think so.
6.5 this week after almost getting beat by App at home against a Big Ten team.
That's the problem.
It's a pretty good team.
You're playing a Big Ten team.
Oh, that why they're favored. Well, are you picking Miami then? After that comment?
Yes.
Oh, he is. I didn't think you would. He stood by it. Tom.
Taking the Big Ten.
Are you
on
taking the Sparties to take down the Canes?
I'm not impressed with Miami in the games that I've seen them.
Go ahead and pick a loser, Tom.
And Michigan State is on the rise, so they get the win.
Okay, pick a loser, Tom. Good job.
Minnesota Golden Gophers. Underdogs by 2.5 in Boulder, Colorado today. It's 48 degrees in Boulder.
That's awesome. I would love that.
That's awful.
Minnesota, I think, has got a pretty good team, but their star running back's hurt. On the road, Colorado almost pulled off a huge upset with Texas A&M. I think they're emotionally let down. I think Minnesota goes in and beats them.
I'm taking Colorado.
It ends in an O, Terry. Colorado.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You picked another loser, Tom.
It ends in an O. Colorado. Colorado. Ends in an O.
Nevada is at Kansas State. The Wolfpack on the road favored by 1.5.
Give me K-State. They're tough at home.
Kansas State. I'm going to go Nevada.
All right.
I got to have some picks here.
You're going to pick Wolfpack, whatever I say. I know what you're doing over there. Notre Dame favored by a touchdown and a half against Purdue, the Boilermakers. Both teams 2-0.
They've been shaky, and Purdue's been playing pretty well, but I think Notre Dame's going to hold it home.
Notre Dame. And I'm going to go with you. I think Notre Dame had a scare last week, and they got to fix that.
Terry, does the Gators chomp?
Oh, God. This is silly even putting this one on us. Alabama destroys Florida.
Yeah, even though it's in the swamp, I think Alabama goes in and beats them.
So Alabama, if I get this straight, is a university, right?
Well, they claim to be.
Right. What is a Crimson Tide?
It's a red wave.
And where do you find red waves?
Because they're all wearing red everywhere. Have you ever been to Tuscaloosa?
So that's their nickname. Yeah. Is their fans wear red?
Have you ever been to Tuscaloosa?
No.
If you've ever been there, you understand why they're called the Crimson Tide, because it's red Alabama stuff everywhere.
Okay.
And it's a depressing little town to be. I mean, just really, I just went there. It's a good place to. It'd be a good place to shoot the Hunger Games.
I'm just and their their mascot
is an elephant.
who are, natives to Tuscaloosa, Alabama.
And you know the worst part about that? And this is me.
They have the worst colors of all time.
No.
And they have no logos on their helmets.
So much, and I'm just going to put it out here, and this is week 3. They are so much better than every college football team that they would beat anybody, and I'm going to put it just like this. They would beat anybody out there in college football by at least 2 touchdowns or more every game that they play. I don't care who you put. And you could put the top 10 teams that you classify as top 10 against Alabama. Alabama beats them by at least 2 touchdowns.
They're favored by 14.5 this week.
Yeah, they're so much better than anybody.
At Florida. They're favored by 2 touchdowns. It's amazing how he gets all those kids to go down there. I don't know what that old man told. You're not going to pick the Fighting Trent Martys.
I mean, they scored 60 points last week.
It's 22.5 point spread.
Yeah, but they scored 60 last week.
Who did?
Kent. They won like 65-10 or something like that.
Are you saying? So are you going to pick Kent State to beat Iowa?
No.
Moving on.
Tom, are you picking Kent State to beat Iowa?
Moving on.
Are you picking Kent State to beat Iowa, Tom? No.
Are we picking the Clemson game?
No, it's 28 points over Georgia Tech. Surely to God they can stop the option. Ohio State's playing Tulsa, blah, blah, blah. SMU, favored by 11 at Louisiana Tech. You can get this ticket for $14.
SMU,
yeah.
You can get a ticket for less than a box of chicken at the game. All right, if I'd have told you this, Terry, 20 years ago, that in 20 years, a 2-0 Wake Forest Demon Deacons will be favored over an 0-2 Florida State Seminoles at home.
You'd have never
said something I was weird.
You'd have never took it.
You
But
said
this
something
year,
bad about me.
Wake.
Yeah, Wake. Exactly. Florida State is bad.
They got beat by Jackson State, and it's not even Jacksonville. Jackson State's in Alabama.
You got beat deep. And then you had 2 guys that got beat from him just cutting back.
Got beat by an FCS school.
And nobody else was down there to help them. Nobody coming to make sure this guy does not score.
Pretty bad.
Yes, very bad.
All right, so we scroll on down to a couple more. How many is that, Terry? 10?
That's
like
10, exactly.
App's favored by 35 against
You
Elon
wanna pick that
today.
one?
No.
Oh, darn.
You picking Elon?
No.
Okay. USC at Washington State.
Here's your opportunity.
7.5 point favorite are the Trojans. Both
after
teams,
they fired their coach.
Both teams 1-1.
They're a touchdown favorite after they fired their coach.
On the road.
I know.
You taking Washington State?
No, I'm going to take Southern
okay. Me too.
For $11, folks in Pullman can check out the Trojans this week.
They got $11.
If you'd have told me in 2001 while watching Matt Leinart and Reggie Bush I could buy a ticket for $11 one day to a USC football game.
Lots changed.
I'd have told you it was crazy. Memphis favored by 3.5 at home against Mississippi State, Terry.
I'm taking Mississippi State.
Yeah, I think Mississippi State goes in there and beats them.
Spelling contest today in Durham, Northwestern, and the Blue Devils. 2.5 point favorites for the Wildcats, the purple.
I'm going to go with you, Tom, Northwestern.
Yeah, I think North, even though they've struggled, I think they get the win against Duke. Lost to Charlotte, man. Charlotte looked pretty good against the Webb last week.
Yeah, they did.
Shannon came in last night and said he'd been waiting. He was hoping all week he's going to be able to talk junk about Gardner Webb beating.
I think that's like, I was like, what are you smoking, man? He's like texting me, like talking junk. Like I thought like sarcastically, but I was like, he's really talking smack about the Webb.
That's Shannon. He believes in certain teams.
I was like, are you really talking smack? And they got beat by like 4 touchdowns. I'm like, come on.
Now, y'all talk about me with Dallas. The Carolina Panthers could be 0-15, and he would think they're going to destroy whoever they play last.
They really are worse. They really are.
It doesn't make any sense. I said, why is this guy talking junk to me? Steve's going to get smacked. My brother's saying, don't forget 4 years ago we beat you. I'm like, are we talking about 4 years ago?
Shannon, I hope you're listening.
Cowboys fans think they're going to the Super Bowl every year. Panthers fans brag about regular season victories and weird things like that you've never heard of.
Well, we should go to the Super Bowl every year.
You can bring up Cam Newton and they'll say, he had the most yards his first in a rookie game than anybody. And I'm like, he never threw for 400 again the rest of his career. The first game, he dropped 400 yards because everyone on the other defense, Tom said, you know what's going to happen today? We're going to let him throw.
Is he even?
He's not on a team.
He's not even on a team.
No.
No. Another thing I'm right about. Him and Dak and all of them. Just asking about the quarterbacks. Ball State at Wyoming. Cowboys favored by 7.
Well, Wyoming's bit me before, haven't they? I like the Fighting Dick Cheneys. Give me Wyoming.
That's what I want. Wyoming also.
The Thundering Herd welcome in the Pirates from ECU today in West Virginia. 69 degrees. 9.5-point favorites for Marshall.
Yeah, I like Marshall.
Marshall, yeah.
Or one of my alma maters, East Carolina.
Charlotte. Underdogs today on the road. They're 2-0 against an 0-2 Georgia State team, Tom. Y'all should be favoring this game.
We don't play a lot of defense.
Georgia State's favored by 4.5. Here's the good news. The game's at 7. If you leave right now, Tom, or before 4 o'clock today, you can get there, and the tickets are only $4.
How about that?
$4 for a UNC Charlotte football ticket today.
Give me Charlotte. Charlotte's going to go in there and score. They're going to have to score 50 points to win. They didn't look like they played a lot of defense last week, Terry. I don't know if you watched the game, but defense.
I'm taking Georgia State.
Defense looked optional for Charlotte, but the offense, they look pretty good.
I mean, can you imagine if they're 3-0? The AP top 25 might look at them.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Lord. For their wins over Duke and Georgia State.
I want to know. I just want you to know that my Facebook, I put the trivia question on there just for fun. Somebody's responded to the answer to the question. That's easy. You trucked him. Oh, wait a minute. He trucked you. And that's a guy in college. I told that story in college, Terry, and people still remember it. You know why? Because when I was in college, he was playing. Because I can see that guy play for Carolina. I tackled him.
I knocked him out twice.
I should be playing, man. Why am I sitting here on Saturday?
Utah at San Diego State. The Aztecs favored by 8.
I'm going San Diego
Yeah,
State.
so am I, because they burnt me last week, so they better show up today.
Auburn Tigers in University Park, Pennsylvania today at Beaver Stadium. The Penn State Nittany Lions.
That's a big one.
I got Auburn.
Penn State holds serve at home.
I just want to know why Penn State, the Nittany Lions, play in a place called Beaver Stadium.
It's not supposed to make sense.
It's not. It's a university.
Okay.
Terry, the 1-1 Tar Heels are ranked. The 2-0 Virginia Cavaliers are not. And the Tar Heels are favored by 8.
And I'm taking Virginia.
And Terry is taking the state of Virginia to sweep the Tar Heels this year.
Give me the fighting Mac Brown. Mac Brown, you better not let me down today, because I tell you what, I am tired of defending Mac Brown on this show. So Mac Brown, you're probably not listening, but if somebody, Mac Brown, if you lose today, I'm done with you. I just want you to know, Mac Brown, I'm not picking the Carolina Tar Heels ever again. You better win Virginia. Are you kidding me? You're taking Virginia?
Yes.
No way.
House found nobody to throw to.
How? You better not let me down today. I know you guys are not listening.
How's the leading rusher for Carolina on the season?
Ooh,
you better not let me down today.
Yeah, think of that.
Sam Howell is the Tar Heels' leading rusher right now.
Great job.
Come on, Carolina. Come on.
Terry, he's got 24 carries, $139, and 2 touchdowns.
So if he can't pass, he's running.
Hey, I'll never forget. Mac Brown set Chas Rat to put Sam Allen there to run the option against Clemson. That right there, Tom. When I think coaching about Mac Brown, I can think that more than anything in the world. He ran the option with Sam Howell against Clemson.
All right, I'm done
Central
with you.
Michigan. No, that's 19.5. How about do Utah State at Air Force?
How much is State favored by? 28?
28. 27.5.
Oh, okay.
Are they going to cover?
I don't know. Our defense now is hurting. Wilson's out, our middle linebacker, and our Fagan, our safety's out for the season. Neither one of them playing. Furman might touch us up out there in the middle of the pack.
All right, that was a yes or no question, but I don't know what you just said out of all that. Tulane at Mississippi, Tom. No, I skipped that. Utah Air Force. Where we at on numbers?
Air Force burnt me last week, so you better not let me down this week, Air Force.
I got Air Force also.
Who did they get beat by last week? Air Force won last week, 2-0.
Yeah, they played Navy. I took Navy at home. And they got shellacked.
Okay.
Tulane at Ole Miss. Ole Miss favored by 14.
Ole Miss.
Ole Miss.
Spelling contest in Nashville today between the Stanford. What's the Stanford?
The
Again,
Cardinal.
Here's another.
Which is a tree.
Cardinal is a color actually.
Mm-hmm.
They're named the color. Their nickname's the trees, or I mean not nicknames the trees.
The Fighting
their
Sequoias.
Logo's the trees.
Does a sequoia
It's
fight?
like Carolina Tar Heels too. You just none of it makes
Sequoia's
sense.
a big old tree though, too.
Okay, that's good.
Big old tree.
Big old tree.
It's a big old tree.
Been around Calvin Hastings
on
and this
Saturday
guy. I'm
morning
saying
sports talk.
big old and daggone.
Yeah, Oklahoma State at Boise State. Boise favored by 3 at home.
Oklahoma State.
Boise.
Terry, how we going?
We are at number 23.
Oh, okay. We only got 2 more games left. So
There's a ranked matchup. No, Arizona State, BYU.
Arizona State, BYU by 3.5. The Sun Devils are favored against the Cougars, and you said you got to pick the Cougars last week. Tom, are you picking them again?
Give me the Fighting Mormons. They won last week, didn't they?
Yeah, over Utah.
Yep, told you. Told you, Terry.
You going to take BYU?
The Fighting Mormons. Give me them at home.
I'm going to take Arizona State.
You took a loser.
And finally, our 25th game in college football picks today. UCLA favored by 11 at home against Fresno State Bulldogs.
You can't do that no more. I've lost to UCLA one time before. Yes, UCLA.
All right, folks, we'll be back in a few minutes on KTCBroadcasting.com.
Okay, class, listen up. Do not buy a car without a warranty. Just don't do it. At Friendship Nissan and Friendship Jeep Dodge Ram in Forest City, we have lifetime warranty on new and used cars. That's right, lifetime warranty on new and used cars. Unlimited time, unlimited miles. And through the end of this month, we're offering up to $4,000 over Kelly Blue Book value on your trade. So one more time, Friendship Nissan and Friendship Jeep Dodge Ram has lifetime warranty on new and used cars, and you'll find us in Forest City.
You're invited to the big Customer Appreciation Fall Festival this Saturday, September 18th at LDP Farms in Bellwood. Hi, I'm Calvin Hastings, and I want you to join the Balls and Carolina Country as we broadcast live from 11 a.m. until 3 p.m. at LDP Farms in Bellwood. Register to win some great prizes we're giving away, including tickets to the Renaissance Festival, free food certificates, free rounds of golf, Boss T-shirts, and more. Food will be available to purchase, including hot dogs. See the fall decorations and pumpkins, too. And a special gospel singing from the Choir of Tabernacle Baptist Church of Kaiser. That'll be at 12 noon. So make plans to be there this Saturday, September the 18th, 11 a.m. until 5 p.m. The Customer Appreciation Fall Festival at LDP Farms, Highway 18 North in Bellwood. And join us for a live radio broadcast starting at 11 a.m. this Saturday. Here are a few words that describe Creason Roofing of Cherryville. Professional, fast, affordable, and local. So why call anyone else? Creason Roofing is in its 3rd generation with Stephen and Stephanie. They are local, and to prove they mean business, they will beat any reputable competitor's bid by $500, or they will pay you $100. Call for details at 704-400-8805, and you get a lifetime labor warranty. Cherryville's only roofing company is Creason Roofing. Again, call 704-400-8805, online at creasonroofing.com. Like them on Facebook, too. You know, most car dealers at this time have a very limited inventory, but that's not the case at Classic Volkswagen of Gastonia, with the largest selection of new inventory in the Charlotte-Gastonia area. See their friendly sales staff today with over 30 years of Volkswagen experience. And right now, get 0% financing for 36 months on selected models. That's Classic Volkswagen, 4417 Wilkinson Boulevard in Gastonia. Online at classicvwgastonia.com.
Get a great deal on versatile Kubota equipment today, like Kubota BX and L Series compact tractors, part of our under 100 horsepower tractor lineup rated #1 for reliability, Z Series mowers, and Sidekick utility vehicles. Stop by your local Kubota dealer today. Bring home the Kubota BX 2380 tractor for 0 down, 0% APR for up to 60 months, now through December 31st. See us or go to KubotaUSA.com for more details.
Your Kubota dealer is Parker Farm Service, 126 Bessie Drive in Kings Mountain.
When you're in the field, downtime is not an option. That's why now is the time for a service inspection at James River Equipment. Whether you own a John Deere tractor, planter, forage harvester, or baler, James River has a summer service special that's right for you. When it comes to quick diagnosis and expert service professionals, James River delivers. Schedule your service at your local James River location or online at jamesriverequipment.com. James River delivers.
And we're back on Saturday Morning Sports Talk.
There it is.
Now we're back on. Friendship Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram.
That's right. Friendship, located at Oak Street Extension in Forest City. You can call the Chrysler dealership at 828-919-3001. You can call the Nissan dealership at 828-245-1661. Call our friends at Friendship.
All right, let's pick some NFL games, and we'll talk a little bit about the matchups as we go here to end the show here. Bengals at Bears. Bears favored by 2.5. Andy Dalton and the team lose last week. All right, Terry, I got a stat for you. This is my stat of the week. I forgot to give it to Tom. I gave it to Tom last night. You ready for this one?
Go ahead.
Stat of the week. Terry, of the 17 games played so far in the NFL, the quarterback who threw the most passes in the game, you follow me?
Okay.
Lost 14 of the 17 games.
I can believe that.
The quarterback, I'm going to repeat it for the folks listening. The quarterback who threw the most passes, not completion yards, the quarterback who threw the most pass attempts,
like Dak, 58.
Of the 17 games, 14 of them were losses. The other three, Terry, was Patrick Mahomes, who you expect and don't care if he throws more than the other quarterback, really. Lamar Jackson lost, and you expect him to throw less than the other team's quarterback, right? And the other one was Washington with Ryan Fitzpatrick getting hurt. So those are the only three of the week. Patrick Mahomes, one of the best we've ever seen do this. Lamar Jackson, who's a runner, and a guy got hurt. So 14 of 17 games with the quarterback standing upright and regular throwing quarterbacks, the one who threw the most passes lost every single one.
That's not surprising, man.
But
you act like that's surprising. No. It's not.
But
the number
did you hear
being that big kind of
what Elliott said about somebody asking him about rushing yardage against the passing yardage from Dak? First thing he told him was, y'all don't understand the game. Y'all don't understand film. Y'all don't understand what's going on the field. That's the reason y'all do what y'all do and we do what we do.
He's probably right.
Because we knew that they were going to stop me first. That's why Dak
not
threw
something to brag about.
times.
They knew they were going to stop me.
They knew they could stop me, so.
Well, there you go.
So what are you complaining about?
All right. Again, okay, let's say that's right. Now, so here's a couple of things as far as that goes. Dak checked out, I was told, or saw 9 rushing plays. That's what the offensive coordinators kind of come back and try to throw him under the bus and say, well, he checked out of 9 called rushing plays. So there's 9 plays they called and checked out of. Whether that's true or not, fine, whatever. Still, Terry, even if that's your offense, even if it's the thing, for Dallas' sake, and the Panthers are going to have this problem soon too, are you paying $16 million a year for a fullback?
I'm with
If he's running 11 times and he's pass blocking 30 times, why don't you got Moose Johnson back there instead?
Yeah. And see, my deal in behind it, a lot of people say, well, Elliott didn't have a good day. Well, 3 yards of rush. I mean, if you give him the ball 4 times, that's first down every time.
Are you just defending a 3 yard per average carry, Terry? That gets you
That's
out of
first
the
down.
league. That means you're cut. You're on the waiver wire.
That's on 4th and 1. That's you're going for it every time.
Terry,
I would give the ball to
if
Elliott
a guy's
every time.
got, you know what? Yeah, I think Nick Chubb averaged 6.9 yards a carry. I mean,
Nick Chubb plays for Cleveland. Come on.
I've
got sent y'all a note. I've got 16-year-old kids in my room that's never saw Cleveland start 1-0.
If you average 3 yards a carry,
16-year-old kids, they're driving, Tom. They're driving.
Look what the NFL does. Look what the NFL does to us. Okay,
and they've never seen
you haven't won. You haven't
1-0.
won an opener since 2004. Go on the road and play the Chiefs. Thanks a lot.
Thanks
a lot. Appreciate
That's not every year.
Who we gonna play next year? Okay, go to Tampa Bay and play Tom Brady on the road.
Go play Dallas,
Jacksonville, and then make that claim.
I wish we played
right?
Dallas. Yeah. Well, we took care of Dallas last year.
Tell me about Jacksonville to make that claim. Well, Thursday night we did have a game, one of those 17 losses again. The Redskins.
That's a bonus. That's a bonus, sir.
What are you talking about?
Because he hit the first one. I mean, he missed the first one. Then he gets another opportunity in this game. So you can't really count that game.
Well, they did. The NFL
I know
is.
the NFL is going to count it, but my God, you gave the guy another opportunity.
So,
Come
okay.
on.
I
A
got
giant
some-
mistake.
I got some fun Giant stats for you. Since the picture of Odell Beckham and the gang on the boat in the playoffs came out, I can't remember what year that was. The Giants have the worst record in the NFL and are 8 with an 18-48 record since they went on the boat. All right,
Get your priorities straight.
here's another one. JP, you, Terry, me, and Tom all have more receiving yards this season than the New York Giants' first-round draft pick wide receiver. He's got 2 catches, -2 yards.
That's right.
Giants' first-round draft pick has less receiving yards than JP.
Should have picked Tom Centofanti.
That's right. I'd fall forward for a yard. He's
So I'm gonna
falling
tell-
forward for
I don't
1 yard.
know if Shannon's listening this morning, but I'm gonna tell him next week on the pregame show that CJ's got more receiving yards than than the Giants' first
There you
round
go.
pick this year. So, Terry, that's your competition.
I'm winning.
One of the teams,
I'm winning.
and they almost beat another team who, I guess, anything and everything's going to happen before Ron Rivera would ever hire Cam Newton again, right, Terry?
Yes.
He signed his backup. He left the town. Everyone, he ain't had a quarterback yet. This is the second chance he's had to sign him, and he's not signing him. So, thoughts of where Cam could land? While we're sitting here looking at this, is Houston, and that's where a lot of people are looking at if they move on from
He could.
Deshaun Watson, that they could bring him in with Tyrod Taylor. They won this week, so the
Yeah, they
Texans
did.
are 1-0, and the Browns are not. So let's pick some games, and talk about a couple of them as we go through them. All right, Bengals at Bears. We said Bears 2.5 at home against the Bengals.
Give me the Bengals. I think they're going 2-0.
All right, Tom, you and your 5-9 record last week. I'm going to take Chicago.
Is that what it was in the NFL?
Yes. I'm going to take Chicago because I was 9-5.
You had a bad week, Terry.
I'm gonna have to lean with the Terry on this one and go the Bears at home. No, I like picking home teams in the NFL, unless they have a different reason not to. Texans at Brownies. Browns favored by 13. I believe they'll win. Tom, I don't know
Browns.
about the cover.
Yeah, they won't. Their whole offensive line's hurt. This game's going to be closer than 13 points, but I think Browns will win at home.
Browns.
Terry, I'll ask you a question. Yes or no? If the Browns lose to Tyrod Taylor, who they cut 4 years ago, should they just clean house?
We'd be hunting another quarterback.
That's a silly question, but really.
Yeah, it's really not even worth discussing.
In it, though, you've got a number 1 pick. You put all this money into him, and the guy you cut 3 or 4 years ago beat you with a crappy team.
Mhm.
They better not lose to Houston.
That's the only thing. And I'm not mad at Cleveland lost because they play Kansas City as tight as you can play them. But they remind us of when we had Tony Romo in Dallas, and I always say he throws a bad pick at the wrong time. That's what Mayfield does. He does the same thing.
Tom, did I not say that last night? Now,
Yeah.
I said that, but I worded it a little bit different, Terry.
It's the same thing.
I said the media is doing the same thing to Baker that they did to Romo.
Romo.
What's weird about it, though, Romo wasn't even a draft pick, and he wasn't outlandish.
Yeah.
He was the Cowboys quarterback. That's the weirdest thing is the way they treated Romo, I'll never understand. Some guy who didn't get drafted ended up quarterback in America's team, and now we're sitting there throwing him under the bus. And like you just said, the game that Romo and Peyton Manning was 51-48.
Yes.
Romo threw 6 touchdowns, and they blamed him for the loss because he threw an interception on that last
Interception
drive.
at the wrong time. Mayfield did that last week.
Well-
Interception at the wrong time.
Again, with that said, but should the punter catch a snap?
Yeah,
Should
there's a lot of plays that should have changed.
Nick Chubb be fumbling at midfield?
Yeah, that's
You
what
know?
I'm saying.
And you look at those, and so
they beat
They
themselves.
blame the quarterback, but then again, fumble, and interception, turnovers.
Troy Hill turns the
ball
wrong
over.
way. They get a freak touchdown.
Yep,
I mean,
you
it's
turn the ball over. That
Ronnie
one
Harrison gets
touchdown,
thrown out of the game. You're playing short of DB against Patrick Mahomes.
The coach assaulted a player on the field, and they threw out the player.
That's crazy, man.
Have you ever seen a coach shove a player like that? I've never seen that. I don't think they just off the top of my head before a player's touched him. It's a weird game. And again, Terry, if it would have been 31-3 or what it was, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
2-1. Either way, I don't. It's week 1 of the season. I think the Patriots or some one of those that had something about the Super Bowl teams have lost the first game. Cowboys went 0-2 once. Rams at Colts.
Rams.
Okay. So Matthew Stafford comes into town to face Carson Wentz. You guys got both Rams on that one. I don't like Carson Wentz. I got to get Rams. All right. Bills at Dolphins. Bills 0-1. Dolphins 1-0. Buffalo's favored by 3.5.
I got Bills also.
I got Bills too. I'm not a Tua fan on that. Not against them. Mac Jones at who's their quarterback now? Zach Wilson.
Patriots.
Let me say something about Zach Wilson real quick. I think he might be pretty decent. His line is terrible.
He's on a bad team.
He's on a very bad team. But he made some throws. He's got an arm that it reminded me a lot of some pretty good quarterbacks over the years. That he might have something there.
You taking Patriots?
Yes. All right, 49ers at Eagles.
49ers.
Eagles. For Kevin. Raiders at Steelers. Steelers favored by 6.5.
Steelers.
At home, Steelers.
I got the steel curtain too. Sunday, 1:00. Saints at Panthers. Saints favored by 3.
Saints. I might take that betting line.
Saints at the Panthers. I'm taking Saints.
I believe the Saints are a better team.
Who'd you take, Tom?
I took the Saints.
Real quick on the Panthers, they play 2 games this week. Remember, folks, we'll pick that one again too. They play Thursday night, so they play Saints Sunday, Thursday, Texans. Both of those on KTC broadcast. And Terry and Tom, Jameis only threw 20 passes last week, had 5 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he played well.
Aaron Rodgers 3 points after the offseason we had hosting Jeffrey. Talk about how wonderful he is, Terry, and you hated on him all year, and he got 3 points.
And I'm gonna tell you something else I despised.
Yeah.
I am. I mean, it makes you so mad. I'm watching the Monday Night Football game. The next day, the first 2 minutes is about that football game, and then the next 5 minutes about Aaron Rodgers, how bad of a Sunday he had. I'm like, why are we doing this? Get off of this. It's not about him. The NFL's not about Aaron Rodgers.
They do have a weird love obsession, for him for years. A lot of the analysts said he was the best quarterback they've ever seen and stuff. And I'm like, he's got 1 Super Bowl, and that was like 10 years ago.
Yeah, that's right.
And I don't know. There's nothing that he does or has done that I would say I think that's awesome or that's great.
No, I remember when
he's had some good. He's good.
Yeah,
he's good. Nothing against him.
Yeah,
he's great. He is a great quarterback. But to say, for the people that would be like, hey, he's the best ever, I don't know about that.
Did you take the Saints or the Panthers?
Saints. Everybody took the Saints.
Broncos at Jaguars.
Broncos.
Teddy Bridgewater at Trevor Lawrence. Von Miller said to Bridgewater on the sideline this week, it's the first time in a long time they've had a leader on the offense. So that was his comments to Teddy Bridgewater. I'm going Broncos.
And I've also told everybody Bridgewater's good.
Yep.
As long as I've been in.
He's not bad.
He's a good game manager.
Yeah.
Vikings at Cardinals.
Oh, Lordy.
Cardinals favored by 3.5.
Cardinals.
I agree. Arizona Cardinals. Although Chaz might be busy this week chasing Kyler Murray around.
Yep.
Falcons at Buccaneers.
Tampa Bay.
Tampa favored by 12.5.
Tampa Bay.
I'll go Bucks with this one. Although, I don't know. Their running game worries me. I don't know if they have one right now. They threw 50 times against Dallas as well. I just, Dallas and Tampa's really similar offensively as far as they're going to throw the ball every play. I worry about teams that don't run it, though. So I don't know if I feel about the Bucks winning the championship this year. But they're going to win this game. Cowboys at Chargers.
Chargers.
Again, the same thing I said about the previous game. he can run the ball.
No, Elliott will run this week.
Okay. Any other comment on why you believe that or anything else?
Because that's what they're going to prepare for. Dak to pass, and Elliott going to be wide open.
You should have known. Tom.
150.
You should have known.
150.
Titans
150.
at Seahawks.
Seahawks.
Titans, there's something weird about them. Obviously, I am not picking Ryan Tannehill.
Could they be 0-2?
I'm not picking them on the road in Seattle with Ryan Tannehill. Chiefs at Ravens.
Here you go.
Chiefs.
Even though they're on the road.
At the Ravens.
That's a Sunday night game, isn't it?
I'm taking the Ravens.
Lions at Packers.
Oh, God, Packers.
Packers favored by 11.5.
Wow, even after they got shellacked last week.
They scored 3 points last week.
And we all
favored by 11. Favored by 11.
Yeah, we're all taking the Packers.
What kind of math? Does that mean they're going to win 14-0?
It's
I don't know.
It's fuzzy math.
I don't know, 14.
21-17.
Scored 3 points and favored by 11.
Boys.
All right.
I'm out.
I'm
out.
Tom's out for the day. That's
All
our NFL news and picks. I'm going to go over a couple of fun news and stats if I got anything to. I think I got a couple of things here and there. Not too much. I did mention the Giants stuff. In Boone this weekend, if you're going to Watauga, App State is facing Elon. The racing is at Bristol Motor Speedway, Terry, and Merlefest is in North Wilkesboro this weekend. Was moved from the spring because of COVID. So, guess what? It's busy. If you're going to Watauga, and then the reason I'm reading this off the Watauga online internet alerts on Twitter, talking about traffic and food. Plan ahead to that it's going to take some time.
And aren't they all mass up there?
And where?
Boone?
I don't know.
I don't know.
The whole city?
Think so.
Town?
Think so.
I don't know.
The way we change everything every day, it might have changed it about 2 minutes ago or something.
Surely not in their car, right?
Well, I hope not.
I've seen a couple.
I've seen that.
Seen a couple of those.
Yeah, with one person in the car and all the windows up.
I saw someone sitting on their front porch by themselves with one on the other day, Terry.
Okay. Maybe we forget their own or something. I don't know. Anyway.
We forget their own. All right, Terry, let's do one more time before we get. I don't think there's any. You got any other news notes or anything? We did everything.
No, sure haven't.
I don't.
Congratulations to Coach Ponder and the West Lincoln Rebels on being 4-0 for this year. Another great start. Coach Ponder's doing a great job up there. Followed up by Coach Sane that was there before him. They've kind of turned the program around up there, and it's all about winning. Once you start winning, then everybody buys in, and it continues.
Yeah, one thing winning does, and coming from a small school as well, Terry, is that how do you tell a kid, hey, come play on my team? We're going to get beat by Shelby 72-0, or Burns 72-0. You know what I mean? Like you're going the people that wants to play are going to play.
Yes,
you're going to get those 20, 25 that wants to play, but to get 25 through 40, you got to have something good or something going on that makes you want to come out there.
If it's me and I'm talking to my kids, and I know Pruitt, I know he talks to his differently. If it was me, I'd be like, look, this is an opportunity for you to play against some of the great athletes around our community, and it's only going to make you better. You'll learn spots that you need to work on, and they're going to teach you spots that you must work on. But it's all about the 1A. Always remember, when we're out here, it's about 1A for us, 2A for them. So we got to get better as a 1A, and playing this elite groups that we're going to play can only help you than hurt you. But it's bad to say I got beat 72-0, like Burns did Highland. But you hope that the guys that played learned something out of the game.
Didn't.
Oh, well, I mean, I understand every bit of that, too.
I
do. I know.
I've been out there. I didn't learn anything.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what they try to tell you. And again, that's what you're supposed to say as coaches and leaders and stuff. But again, you're not putting. What do you tell the kid? You feel bad like that. They're forced to play them. What do you tell the kids like Mercer playing Alabama?
Yeah. I'm saying that any
adults.
college team playing.
We're
them
adults
now.
at this point.
Yeah.
We're all over 18, and while I'm doing this, you guys are over here making millions of dollars. And again, I couldn't help but if I'm getting beat 72-0, I'll look over there in the stands and the AD's selling hot dogs and and having a laugh.
Worst thing about I'm gonna put it like this.
You know what I mean? I'm just looking at it from a player's perspective.
Yeah, the worst thing about college is this: I'm going to play and say your last game, your championship game is in the SEC, and you're having to play Georgia. Okay, you have a few players get hurt, and you're thinking, okay, now we're going to play Alabama for the title. They won that game, but we're going to play them for the title. Guess what? It's 4 weeks before that game ever comes around. Every one of them guys is going to be better, healed, and ready to play. Yep. So, anyway.
All right, guys, thanks for tuning in this weekend. Calvin's out at LDP Farms up in Bellwood today. Go check them out. Up 18 in Cleveland County. They got some food and deals out there. Check them out. We'll be back next week. Saturday Morning Sports Talk, KTCBroadcasting.com.
I am the incredible man. I only do things incredible can. Cause I am the seed of a chosen breed. You don't see too many like me. Cause I am one of the reasons you do what you do when you wanna be me instead of you. Cause I am still on beat, showing love to the streets. Come on, you know me, cause that's who I am.
Lifetime warranty on new and used cars at Friendship Nissan and Friendship Jeep Dodge Ram in Forest City. And now until the end of the month, Friendship in Forest City will offer up to $4,000 over Kelley Blue Book value on your trade. Guaranteed best prices on new cars, all used cars priced way below book value, and now all new and used cars have a lifetime warranty, unlimited time, and unlimited miles. We're simply not like any other dealer. Friendship Nissan and Friendship Jeep Dodge Ram, we're located in Forest City.
Don't miss the Golf Shop Radio Show this Wednesday from 11 to 12, presented by GolfKnickers.com, the leader in traditional golf apparel. Mark Greenheld and Matt Blanchard go from tee to green and everything in between. Welcome to the Golf Shop.
Wednesday mornings at 11 o'clock on Carolina Country, WCSL, 92.3 FM, 1590 AM, and online at KTCBroadcasting.com.
The Something Pumpkin Festival is back again this year, and it's set for October 23rd. This year's event will be entirely virtual with 3 different contests: cooking, decorating, and photo contest. There'll be cash prizes and contest rules will apply. For details and sponsorship, go to pumpkin21.eventbrite.com. Find out all the details on their website. The Something Pumpkin Festival, October 23rd. Get entered today.
It's more than cool, it's cold, and it's delicious. It's Hershey's Ice Cream, now available in cups, cones, and milkshakes at Jumpin' Jed's in Falston. Come in for your special treat with a variety